Right, we're making sure I am good to go. I'm not too sure. I'm live. Gotta double check. I do apologize. I am. Apologies, apologies, apologies. Shoot. Hopefully it's like this for every other account. That's what I'm hoping for. Can't tell. Can I not click on that? Let's see if I can do other account. Okay, I am live. Ah! Alright, good deal. Okay, so now I'm gonna back up. I apologize. Back up for this. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. My YouTube TV. If we, oh, I guess we're about 20 minutes till game time. Yes, I made corned beef hash. Okay, good deal. That's fine. I mean, do whatever you got. We're gonna be in here. I am live, but there's no one tuning in right now, so it's fine.
But a Clemson fan growing.
This game's in Baltimore.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Play. When you're there, you know that everybody
Okay,
gets
well
fired
then,
up for this
Alright, well,
one song.
hopefully the world
Even
doesn't
seven.
hear that. Hold on. We don't need that. Gotta turn down the Elgato. Now let's see if I can hear it through my mic.
My freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey.
Oh well, I mean it's fine really if I don't have it through my. I don't remember how I did it. Well, I forgot how I did it last time, but like I had it to where I could listen to the game, but oh wait, no, I was doing it. That headset, that's right. That's right. That's okay. He won't. He's just gonna have to deal with it. Didn't figure. I mean, I guess in theory I could connect the mic, put it on. That would be. He would be able to hear the game. Yeah. This.
Both will connect?
Good, huh?
That's something that works.
Good. Well, I don't want to mess this up. I don't really need. I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. We can both have it going in.
Over here.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no one's tuned in other than me. Taking a risk here, which I'm pretty sure. Maybe. All right, thank you. Street forever. Look at on YouTube 80 years. We'll be old. 70 years from this thing. That was for me, but in the moment. All right, well, we're just going to sit tight, I guess, for the whole world watching right now. I'll just let it. All right, let's see. Good try. I don't. Oh well. It is what it is. Anyway. Um. Let's try it out quick. I don't think it'll hurt. Yeah, okay. So that's perfect. So we're just going to turn this down. Okay. Got it working. Steelers Ravens going on right now. Actually, not really right now. Get this going here. Okay. So we enter this game. You know, if you're a Steeler fan tuning in, I don't know. What happened to this? I feel like I messed this thing up now. Crap. This Okay. So Steelers, Ravens. Gotta mute that. Pretty much just waiting here. It's not. All right. So they're talking right now on Fox. They're through all that. They have to say if there's no one listening. Think about it. I didn't really. Crap. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm not famous at all, but you know we're gonna troop on, and yeah, I have it to where it's both.
Okay, look at that. Y'all gonna look like.
Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully it goes pretty well here. Looks like they're picking, well, Terry Bradshaw. You probably know who Terry. Not from football though, but that's okay. But he's picking the Steelers.
Bradshaw football.
No, he is from football, but you don't know him from football. You know him from like a movie, right?
Up.
Yeah, he's just silly. I don't know. What do you want me to do? That's all the only pose I got.
All right, we can go take that against the belts now.
Awesome. Looks like the other guys are picking the Ravens. So, yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. I don't really think the Steelers have all... They don't have any momentum right now, so I understand that. Yeah, Pittsburgh comes into this game, obviously, with the lead in the division, but, you know, they've been struggling as of late. The Steelers, if they win today, they move on into the divisional round. Pardon me, I messed up there. They will win the division, and they will host a playoff game. If the Ravens win, then it's anyone's game with 2 games to go, and I really don't like. Joining me right now is Sorry Cat, who is not really the biggest football fan, but sorry, do you have any input today's game?
Play ball.
Play ball, okay, yep. That's what every sports fan really wants to hear. But yeah, you know, again, just go. We'll see what Pittsburgh can do. Obviously, Steelers fan here, but gonna call it down the middle. I'm not very biased when it comes to all that. I am very critical of my teams, so see how it goes. Like the sideline report, except you can't really interview players. I think that's what I want. Yeah. Gonna have the cats in. Gonna have the cats inside.
Nothing came.
Let me go ahead and check to see if the Chiefs-Texans game is over. I actually don't know if that is the case. I don't know what channel that was on. Might be able to give you something here. I believe that was on NBC. Well, if I can find the NBC channel, we can probably. And we have a commercial. Well, it's probably over. I guess I can look at my ticker to see if it's over. So, yeah, it looks like the Chiefs did indeed win today. Not really a shock, to be honest with you. They have just been squeaking out these wins. Really just not surprising anyone. So let's go ahead and look. standings. I'm assuming it updates. 14-1. So yeah, I believe that clinches. They have X and Z. No, they did not clinch home field advantage yet. That's right, because if the Bills win out, and of course the Chiefs have to lose out, which is very unlikely, not going to happen. Yeah, if that does happen, I doubt it does. You can come on in, yeah, come on in. We're broadcasting to nobody right now, so it's perfectly fine. But yeah, like I said, there's really not much I can do with this. But anyway, yeah, the Chiefs did win, and so they will.
Oh, the Chiefs
At worst, finish 14-3 and with the second seed, but it's very unlikely that does happen. So probably, Mike,
sits and
you'll be able to hear it if you.
no, it's okay.
And this is the mic here that we're talking into. It's pretty good. Just as long as you talk into this direction. Okay, like I said, I don't know where that's going. Kind of where we're going to be taking up most of the camera.
Where's the camera?
There. That is the little guy right there. Is the.
Okay.
You can try. I don't know. I guess whenever we get up, if we got to go to the bathroom or whatever. And I got you.
Either way, I brought the stuff, so that way you can decide if you ever use it.
Well, yeah, sure.
This can easily hang some.
I guess that'll work. I don't think I had my, to be honest. I remember this. I remember biting these as a little kid.
Oh, and then,
Franco Harris. No longer Heinz Field, sadly. I'm assuming we're competing against the entire world right now.
And then you got your Steelers sports car. So.
Yeah, bought that. I don't remember where I bought that at. But yeah, I mean that's the only spot I could have it because the shelf is there and.
Well, the other thing is you have a picture of yourself. Punch that and made your picture bigger.
Yeah, I don't see me. I'm not the star. We're broadcasting. Yeah, I mean, not really showing much. So this is kind of what I did last time I was on NFL.com, and they had the drive chart here. Hopefully, it's not. We're not behind, though. I have a feeling we will be because of the local network. Is usually behind the broadcast. That's not sensitive. It's really just this. You want to try to be right there in the green. If you're in the yellow, it's not terrible.
And we can't hear each other, right?
No, you cannot hear. I mean, we're going to be talking loud enough to where we should be able to hear. But if you can't, I mean, you can just do this. Well, no, it does work, but for the broadcasting or for the whenever we're streaming, we take this away so that way it's not a double sound. Higher quality. You can do more things. So yeah.
So how many minutes till game time?
Game time is going to be underway shortly. Of course, it's always scheduled for a specific, 3:30, but it's always kicking off. 34. They just want for whatever reason. But recent history, Pittsburgh has pretty much dominated.
Now, is there a reason I can't hear you?
Yes, there's. Because if you hear me there, then they can hear. Well, I don't know how. I don't know. I think I can.
Because I'm going to have to do like that, so
you can't hear me at all. That's a really good. But no, so you can go ahead and put.
Oh, that one.
And then do the left one. So you should be able to hear me a lot clearer. But yeah, so Pittsburgh again dominating Baltimore Ravens really since about 2020, since a decade. But there's a different feeling about this game with George Pickens, of course, being out, but not really just that. Just how Pittsburgh has looked in the last few weeks. So what is your take going on?
Well, again, followed ball.
Yes.
Historically, I mean, historical stats. Steelers do not like to score. They were scoring 30-some points. All of a sudden, they get the call, hey, you're scoring too much. Stop scoring.
Yeah,
and that's
just too
almost the
much.
way it's been every year. Highest, point total was, 436 points back in 2019, 18, I don't know, something like
Probably
that.
2018.
And
Yeah, it's
They
only
just-
league average. I think it's about 25, 26
and
points a game.
Russell Wilson had those games where he played, and all of a sudden they were scoring 30 points for a couple weeks in a row, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, they're scoring
Yeah, they
points!"
even put up 44 on the Bengals,
and then
which was
that
crazy to see.
was too much. It's like, hey, dial it back. Okay, did Tomlin get the call? Hey, sorry, boss, didn't score that much. Got to go back to the defensive game.
Well, yeah, I mean that's something I've been kind of harping on. I don't want to get too much into how Tomlin has mismanaged the team, but yeah, I feel like last week. I don't know. You did watch the game last week, and
I saw parts of it. I didn't
parts
get the
of
whole
it, but
game.
like it's like we were trying to prove to Philadelphia that we were more of the physical team, which was a huge mistake. We tried to go pound for pound with them, and we didn't really air it out, and we should have. We should have taken more shots. I understand, again, no Pickens, but still have to. You can't play scared. We clearly were the inferior team. That's why going into this week, again, we've owned Baltimore. We really have.
There's
But
no way to turn this.
okay. Okay, it's back. Something. Let me know if worse or better.
That's a little. Yeah. There we
All right.
go. All right.
But yeah, so
Super
again-
Bowl licks. You know that this is going to be something really weird.
Licks. I don't know if it really has anything with it.
I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about
But
for the
licks,
Super
I
Bowl.
get it. Yeah.
I don't know what's going to be the halftime show. Who
Well,
knows?
I'm not watching. I don't even remember the last time I've seen it.
All right, here we are. Steelers, Ravens.
It's not good. We're both color or not color guys. We're both play-by-play guys. So we're gonna have to. I will be the color guy if you want. But
I mean, I was going to ask you if you could write down some of the numbers so I know who people are. If you
I
want to be
couldn't
play,
tell you that. I can try.
like who's Warren? What number's Warren? Is he 40?
Jalen Warren is 30. Number
30.
30. Najee Harris 22.
Yeah, I know.
Great guy. Of
I might
course.
call him Deuce Staley for
You
a
can
second.
call him Deuce Staley. Fine. Deuce Staley, when he was in his prime, was pretty good. When he got to Pittsburgh, he was kind of slower Deuce. I was about 8 or 9 Steelers. I don't really remember too much. Do you remember much about how he looked?
No,
Well,
he was only on
clearly,
the Steelers for a couple of years, but I mean,
I'm
he was-
sure he wasn't the same as he was in Philly, but
he
was
had
a
one really
serviceable-
good season with the Steelers where I think he had 800 yards.
I would have
give or
been
take.
04. Because 05, that's really when Willie Parker took over. Feature
Right.
back here.
But
Chris
the nice thing about
Boswell.
him,
So it looks like we are running behind, so
Oh.
I'm going to be a spoiler here. I'm going to be a jerk. Going to.
all right, it looks like the ball was kicked out of the end zone. Started at the 30. So Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's coming out again. I believe he's only 1-4 against Pittsburgh. He always seems to struggle in the biggest games. Always, no question. Again, whenever it's the other games, he looks like an MVP. I'm not really the biggest.
If I'm him right now, I'm airing it out.
He
First
really
play-
needs to.
first
He
play, I'm
always
gonna-
seems to play different whenever it's against
All right,
Pittsburgh.
here we go. Lamar Jackson, he's got a sidecar at the right. Takes a
Motion
snap,
there.
22. Henry's off. He's gotten about 6-7 yards. Nice run right up the middle.
Yeah, they sent the guy in motion, which kind of maybe they were looking for a possible bubble screen as far as Pittsburgh was looking there, but just a run right up the middle, already 6 yards. And again, it's only one run, but you don't want to see that first play of the game. You want to make a statement, especially if you are on the road right now. You don't want to get the crowd too much involved here.
All right, Ravens going left to right. Lamar under center. I formation, hands it off again to Henry. Henry's off the left side. He's across the 40, the 45, down to the 49. They might give him to the 50-yard line first. And
Like I said, you want to try to contain Henry, especially on the early runs here. Don't want to get the crowd too energized because then Baltimore will just feel it. Henry already, I believe he only had 60 yards last game, and he was averaging about 6 or 7 yards a carry, and they didn't really contain him much. Here he already, for what, about
just manhandled the line. They only had one guy on that one side, on the right side of their line. All right, Lamar
so I'm
under
assuming
center.
average 12.5.
Right at the 50-yard line, I formation. Henry right back forward motion, going to the left side. Fakes the handoff, throws it off to the left side, number 4. He gets about 3 or 4 yards.
That is Zay Flowers. But I don't know if he's their receiver one. I believe he is their receiver one. I don't really. I don't fear the Baltimore receivers. They just. I don't know. I don't know if it's the quarterback or whatnot, but there's nothing really. They're all small and yeah, 4-yard gain there again, just kind of like an extension of the run game. This is really what Baltimore is, just a ground and pound team. But again, Lamar. He has a very nice touchdown interception ratio.
All right, Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his right side, pistol formation.
But it's okay.
2 seconds on the clock. 1, he takes a snap, drops back, throws it across the middle. He's got a man. Thrown him down there at the 34-yard line. Number 4 again, Flowers.
So yeah, I just talked smack on him, and he just shut me up there with a nice first down. Looks like a slant route as we're looking at the replay here. Yeah, it's pretty much just it might have been a post, really, but yeah, just I believe that is Joey Porter. Joey Porter Jr. I like Joey Porter a lot. Definitely is very handsy. Hopefully doesn't get
all right,
called for
first
a lot
and 10 at the 34.
Defensive holding here.
Make it the 33. Pistol formation. Henry to the right. In motion, number 80. Hands off to Henry to the left side. And he's hit.
That's what
and
we
he's
need
hit
to
behind
do.
the line of scrimmage, loss of about 1.
Yeah, again, Henry's works really well when he's a few yards back. Whenever he's in the shotgun, that's not his game. In fact, that's what they were doing the first few weeks of the season, and people were like, well, it's Derrick Henry washed. No, you just need to set him back there, and that's what Baltimore was doing. Whenever he's in just the sidestep there for the run, he really is not the same. Can't get that forward momentum going, can't use that weight that he has. As you see, Mike Tomlin, 22 and 16.
All right, second down and 10. In the gun. Henry to the right. Drops back. Oh, it's a fumble. It's a fumble. And 79 recovered it. Stanley recovered it.
Yeah, it does look like Baltimore has it. Again, Pittsburgh, that's what you need to do. You got to get in Lamar's head. Now Lamar's thinking, okay, well, again, I always play poorly against this team, and I already have a fumble. Luckily, the offensive lineman was there to recover it, but that was close to becoming Pittsburgh ball. Just Tomlin's voodoo magic already trying to stop what really Baltimore.
Pittsburgh's not that great on 3rd and long, so let's see what
now
happens.
We've seen it could be 3rd and 17, and well, you know what? They're going to gain 18 on
Let's just hope it's not 3rd and 17. That's 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19. Lamar in the gun. Henry off to the right. Drops back. He's being chased. He's being chased. Lamar out. Tosses it. Gets a man. No.
Yeah, Hill on the drop. I felt like there should have been a hold, but there's no call. I mean, this is going to be on the edge of that. Now, you've probably been paying attention to where Justin Tucker has had the yips this year, kind of been missing more kicks than usual. I guess, again, it happens to all of them. Adam Vinatieri wasn't a great kicker at the end of it. Jason Elam, of course. But yeah, we'll see. It's interesting to see what type of call they would. Last year, I guarantee you, they kicked the field goal. I don't know what. So they are punting. I guarantee you last year, they would have kicked the field goal.
From the 42, there's the punt. Nice high punt. It come down. Oh, it's going to go into the. Oh, no.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know. It looked like it crossed that white line.
Well, I mean, as long as he stayed.
See.
As long as he stayed inbounds.
Looked like the ball crossed the white line. Oh, it did.
It did.
It did. The ball crossed the white line.
Matter, though.
Doesn't matter?
No. As long as the player is able to save it without touching the
end
zone.
Touching the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ravens nothing, Steelers nothing. You're watching Dr. DeLay and Triska Deca on YouTube. Obviously broadcasting to the whole world. Probably should have started the broadcast earlier as we have nobody watching. But that's okay. Maybe I should go to Twitch. 4 or 5. But it is what it is. We're just the small time YouTubers, trying to break.
Hold on a second.
To break through into this.
Just practicing.
That's all it is.
All right, so let's see. Can we bring this up here? What am I looking?
I guess for my channel.
What do you call it?
I called it Steelers Ravens. I believe Steelers at Ravens play by play.
Steelers at Ravens.
Would not surprise me if it's not show. You're just joining us, Steelers Ravens 0-0 Ravens were cruising first few plays there, but just nothing doing. Again, terrible internet.
So maybe Verizon.
I'll have to get you.
Raven. Have you eaten at Applebee's yet?
I have not eaten at Applebee's. And the last time I ate at Applebee's was I don't know. It was a game between the Steelers and Chargers. Took me there, of course. Not me.
There's Steelers Talk by Chat Sports.
I don't know who that is. Just that's my competition today.
The Ravens rundown.
Someone would be mowing their lawn today. It's Saturday. I guess that.
No,
that's not me.
as far as another guy.
Yeah, he's the big one.
All right, and here we have the Steelers on the 3.
Yeah, it's not coming. There's Tom Grossi. He's 4,000.
All right, we got
keep
Russell
scrolling.
Wilson.
I'm way down there. That's probably why. So, yeah, you do your thing.
All right, 10:51 on the clock. Russell Wilson in the huddle. 0-0 game. Looks like Harris is in. Ball's on the 3.
Tom Grossi came up again.
Just inside the 3. Russell under center. Najee in the backfield.
Yeah, that's not coming.
13 in motion. Najee takes the handoff. He's up. He thrusts through the 5 to about the 7. Gets about 4 yards. So, not bad on the first
Najee,
play.
again, that's
Four
kind of
yards.
what I guess you want to do. I don't want us to play scared, but when you're down in deep in your own territory, you got to do what you got to do. Doesn't look like I would have to probably just get a bit.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 5. They gave him 4. It's about 4.5, so it's a long 5, almost 6. Russell under center. Najee in the backfield, right at the goal line. Hands off again. Najee up the middle, maybe 2 yards. Maybe 2.
Volume here. There we are. Live, kind of padding our stats a little bit. Broadcasting to ourselves. That's perfectly fine. What did you just say there? So was it 3rd and short, if I had to guess?
Will be 3rd and short coming up.
3rd and short
coming
coming
along
up.
2.
Now they're showing George Pickens.
I still can't understand this. He's on, I don't know what kind of hamstring injury he has.
3 weeks. Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
killer.
know. Thinking that maybe it's a little more than a ham.
Maybe. Could be. That's what many people, Steelers fans, were alleging. That disciplinary. But 3 weeks, I think, is a little too
All right,
much
3rd
here.
and 2. Harris under center. Now he's back in the shotgun. 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, now 2 to the left. He's scrambling. Pass is thrown out of bounds towards the Ravens bench.
It didn't look like there was
Looking
anyone
for
in the
a
area.
flag.
They are indeed looking for a flag. I don't think they're gonna throw it. But yeah, that was just unfortunate. He had 5 receivers out there, and no one comes open. Again, this is just the lack of depth that they have. Like, apparently,
Penalty decline, 4th
moved
down.
early, but it doesn't matter. Legal shift. It's going to back them up 5. Or no, pardon me. They're going to accept that they're going to decline the penalty. So 4th and 2. So yeah,
All right, so let's see if we can get a good
unfortunate
decline.
for Pittsburgh here. Again, a lot at stake for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, with the win, locks up the division. And with the loss, Ravens pretty much get into that driver's seat because
The
Pittsburgh
Steelers are
has
going
to
to finish 6 or 7 and have to go to the Texans.
I don't. They would go to
Go to the
Baltimore.
Ravens, or they go to Ball State. They have to play here again.
yeah, and that's
All right, there's the
we got a
fumble.
fumble. Tomlin's
Nope,
voodoo magic
nope,
trying.
Nope.
Unfortunately,
Ravens get it right where they
they're
started.
not able to hop
So,
on it. We had Tyler Matakevich. He was right there. Just
after
the
the
ball
punt.
with an unfortunate bounce just bounced right into a Ravens claw.
Gained about 8 yards on that fumble.
Yeah. It was, again, 2 fumbles already for Pittsburgh, just unable to take advantage. So Ravens 0, Steelers 0. You're going to watch Dr. DeLay and Jessica on YouTube.
All right, so How do I find it here? How do I find it?
I would just do Dr. Delay. I am live. Little concerning that it's not even coming up though. Turn down the volume. It is a little concerning that it's not even coming up on the Dr. Delay. They're showing other videos. I don't know. I mean, it's just the algorithm. I just need to. It's my first ever video, so it probably doesn't really. Not familiar with it. So it is what it is. But maybe we get the people coming in there if they see, oh, there's 3 people. So, oh well. It is what it is. Well, what would you say so far the game looking like? Again, 1 drive for Baltimore, 1 drive Pittsburgh.
Well, it's just a shame. It's good they've got some fumbles, but they haven't been able to cover them. So Baltimore now has 2 fumbles, but they've recovered their own fumbles. And if I'm the defense, I'm thinking, okay, hey, we've got the ball out. Let's keep it up, and we're just going to need to get that recovery.
I don't know why it's not.
So me right now, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, if I can allow a field goal or less, I'll be happy. But
Taking a something, it's running a little bit slower. Well, you're not connected to. Feature the stats here for Baltimore. Lamar Jackson 1 for 2 for 14 yards. Derrick Henry 3 carries 20 yards. Zay Flowers, I guess that little screen there counted as a rush, so that's going to go for 3-yard rush, and then Zay Flowers 1 catch for 14 yards. But and I guess that fumble there, receiving stat. And then, of course, I were to go to Pittsburgh, you're not going to see much. You're going to see less than 10 yards. So Russell Wilson, nothing there. And then Najee Harris averaging 4 yards a carry. So I guess that's cool, but like 2 carries.
I see that they're talking about the rivalry and how Jay Watt says it's a genuine hate. I don't think the players hate each other anymore.
No, I would agree. It's more of the old
Not quite the
school.
same. All right, 6 minutes down, 9
mindset
minutes
there.
on the clock.
But yeah, like I agree. Yeah, it's not really a. It's not like it was in the 2000s, early 2010s when they actually did not like each other.
All right, the Ravens are at the 41-yard line, going from left to right. Jackson in the shotgun, maybe the pistol here. Henry to his left. Hands off to Henry right up the middle. Gets through the 35, down to the 30. First and 10, Ravens.
One of the rare runs that Henry's able to break something out of that shotgun run there. But yeah, just right up the middle for a gain of, 11, 12? And Pittsburgh needs to put the clamps on him or else it's going to be a long day for the Steelers.
That was a nice run. Right up the middle, though. It's hey,
diddle, Henry up the middle type of action here.
All right,
at the 30.
First and 10 at the 30. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to the left side. 3 trips to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Henry again. Right up the middle. Henry's at the 20. Flips over down to the 17-yard line. First and 10.
Henry kind of just, again, another shocking run there. That he really struggles in this, but Pittsburgh just not able to close any gaps. And we're going to see the replay. They overcommitted to the right, and he just takes advantage, goes to the left. That's pretty simple. Pretty simple game when you just dumb it down like that. Yeah, the Ravens are just feeding King Henry, and he's making Pittsburgh pay.
All right, first and 10 at the 17-yard line. Shotgun formation. Henry on the right side. Twins to the right. Takes the snap. Henry again, right up the middle. Pushes away. Down to the 10. Down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Derrick Henry stiff-armed 2 guys there. Just shrugged them off there. Finally, a third defender able to bring him down just shy of the first down marker. But
they had him going sideways there for a while.
It's not really looking. Yeah, they did. And it just able to get away. No one else in the area other than the second defender that got stiff-armed. Poor tackling. Something that Pittsburgh has just been accustomed to. We have a injury.
Injury timeout on the Steelers.
Got Joey Porter down.
Joey Porter Jr.
Possible cramping. I expect to see him back in the game shortly. Baltimore weather, I don't know. wonder what Tom Brady's thinking. He's torched the Steelers defense multiple times, but he has to pretend that they're good on camera. Like,
he did have a lot of those games.
Yeah.
But how many of those games were preordained?
Yeah, I guess that's what the script theory. I don't know.
I still am baffled. You know, I'll go back. I'm one of those 2018 Jesse James caught the ball back in 2017.
That was probably the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, that literally cost. I mean, Pittsburgh, they would have won the game.
And
they would have been the number one
place,
seed.
Right? They would not
they
have
would
played
have played
Jacksonville.
the Tennessee Titans, who I believe we would have rolled or looked pretty well. We would have won the game. And then we would have hosted New England or Jacksonville. Again, most likely would have been New England, but I am. It goes from
New England in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. But at least I would say it's 50-50. I understand it's playoff Patriots, but, I mean, obviously, you go to New England.
The games in the more recent years were much closer than they were early.
Early on, yeah.
Early on, they were 10, 12, 15-point spreads. The last couple of years, it was within a score. So it looks like Joey Porter's being taken off the field, walking off on his own recognizance.
Not familiar with that term, but I am young. Apologize. And I do expect to see Joey Porter back in series.
All right, who's number 27 in for him there?
I'm not too sure of that.
Well, the guy on the TV
he
just called it 27 too. So
number 27. Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got 2nd and 1.
Number 27 on
shotgun formation. Henry on the left side, right up the middle. They stuff him, but he's still going. Now we got the little tush push going.
Like
should be just enough for
I would
first
say they're
down.
gonna give him the first. Landed right on the yellow line. Not official, of course, as we always hear, but I would say it is a first down. Why? Because Pittsburgh. Now they
all right, first and goal. Right at the 7.
So yeah, they're showing the stats on the screen. Red zone defense was number 1 in the
all right,
NFL.
quickly to the line.
Weeks 1 through 9, but since then ranked 26 in the NFL.
Lamar in the shotgun. Henry on the right side. Takes it, hands off to Henry, right up the middle, but no! Stuffed by 56 and 97. 2-yard loss.
Alex Highsmith and Cameron Hayward double teaming there. The left guard had no chance. Neither did Henry. So that's what you need to do for this guy. You got to wrap him up. It looks like Hayward really did most of the work. I think Highsmith was on the ground. It's kind of like he just tripped over him. Really, that's just unfortunate.
And he ran into his own guy there, too. All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 8.5-yard line. Jackson off to the left side. Throw, toss it, open. Nobody covering number 80. Touchdown, Ravens.
Isaiah Likely just wide open in the flat. I don't know if I guess they were running zone because it was just pretty much a lazy.
Nobody was even near him.
No one was really near him. Unfortunate. And there comes the chance. Yeah.
There's nobody. He's just wide open. Nobody there. Free touchdown. All right, here we go. Tucker in for the extra point.
He probably makes it.
Snap is down. Kick is up. It is right down the middle. All right, 7-0 Ravens. Set up by that nice punt, but greater punt return with the fumble. 7-0, 5:52 on the clock.
Going over some stats here. Lamar Jackson, 2 for 3, 23 yards and a touchdown. Of course, you saw that little 8-yard flare to Isaiah Likely. Derrick Henry kind of just chewing him up on the ground. 8 carries, 52 yards. Zay Flowers, again, they're counting that little screen as a rush. I guess the throw was behind. So 1 run for 3 yards. Zay Flowers in the air. 1 catch for 14. Likely on the 9-yard touchdown there. So the Ravens looking pretty good so far. And then, of course, the Steelers have only had the ball once, but 8 total yards. Ain't going to do much. Again, this is kind of what we saw last week against Philadelphia. Hopefully that's not a repeat. Get it going here, but another 3 and out, and I'll be kind of rolling my eye. Accepting that we might be seeing a 2020 type of end. And, again, you lose first round. We'll just probably hear that Mike Tomlin is still amazing and got the most. That'll be 8 years.
Wasn't his fault. So when someone does do this, where does it come?
I can see it here. It's so crowded. Hey, will the Steelers show up? No, they won't. They might have shown up in person, but that's pretty much it. It's as of what it's what it is showing so far.
Hey, well, we got a little bit of downtime.
Thank you.
Looks like we're back already. I'll have to ask you this at the next break.
Hello there, Coffee Beans.
All right, it says welcome. 21 minutes till kickoff.
Yeah, okay, so I did back out. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. On a replay here of the wide open touchdown. They kind of had him.
Well, as they always say, tight. It would be very likely that the Ravens would score first.
So I don't know if it was Queen. Okay, so they're saying it was Minka's. Oh, that's tough.
But he wasn't running fast anyway. He wouldn't have been able to cover me, even if he wasn't blocked.
I'm a big Minka fan. I like to see Minka hate, but it is what it is. Yeah, it was just a tough.
He had that great season when he was traded from the Dolphins. He quite lived up.
Fair enough. I still think he does. I think he does great.
All right, here comes the kickoff.
He's the Band-Aid for our defense, really, because.
There's the kick. It's high. Very high. Short. Caught at the 10. 34 off to the left side. 84 off to the left side. Gets to the 25. Now he's get backs up again, and who knows where they're going to drop him down.
Hopefully it's at the 26.
Yeah, the very short kick, but no real return. Great job by Tucker with the candy canes on his jersey. Yeah. All right, the Steelers come out 1st and 10. Still waiting to see where the ball
really
is.
Seen where they mark it.
Like about the 24.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, at the 27. They're going to go 27. All right, Russell in the shotgun. Warren to his left. Tight formation. There's the snap. Russell back. Toss over the middle. He's got somebody there at the 45. Number 15.
Ben Skoranek, the Cooper Kupp lookalike for many years in Los Angeles. Pick him up. He's a really good run blocker, but also has some deep hands. Kind of your typical Caucasian receiver in the world. So that's a nice, promising throw and catch. And, of course, he makes a great play, so you get him out of there. He's already on the sideline.
Russ under center. Warren in the I formation. Drops back, hands off, fakes the handoff to Warren, rolls to his right, passes back, fakes. Now he's sacked back at the 32.
Yeah, I feel he wanted to pull the trigger, but I guess he got a little scared. Maybe meant too many people in between him and Warren.
Mr. Pierce. Pierce through the line.
I forgot who. Michael Pierce, maybe. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just unfortunate. It was going to be a play action back to Warren, so it was going to be like a little screen. He already had the blockers over there. He just didn't pull the trigger.
Mark it at the 34. Yeah. Second down and 20. Loss of 10. Russ now he's in the shotgun. Warren to his right. Twins on both sides. Drops back. Passes short, screen. Warren gets all the way back. A little bit of a face mask. It doesn't look like they're going to call it.
Of course not. It was a Steelers ball carrier, so they're not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, a nice little game to make it third and manageable. I'm kind of worried that he would air it out there.
All right, no huddle. Here we go. Third down and about 7. Shotgun. Warren to his right. Drops back. Running. He's scrambling. He's running to his left side. Tosses it.
What a play. If he holds on, that's a great play.
He caught it.
Skoranek holds on to it. Again, you saw Russell Wilson nearly sacked twice, but able to get away. Kind of throwback to when he was a younger quarterback. Obviously not as fast anymore, but Ben Skoranek doing his best to get away. That's Marlon Humphrey. He is their number 1 corner, so I don't know why he's shadowing Ben Skoranek, but maybe they know something we don't. He already has 2 catches. So, very good stuff so far.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 45. Russell. Shotgun formation. Warren to his right. Twins to his right. Hands off to Warren. He's off the right side. Gets down to the 40. Pushed all the way down inside about the 37, maybe 36.
I love Jalen Warren. I mean, I love now Najee too, but Jalen is just like this little bowling ball that just keeps tumbling and bowling and over those pins. It's pretty much what he treats defenders. He's so small, but he really just packs a punch. Hard fought 9 yards there. They're showing on the screen right now just Pickens compared to the other receivers. I mean, he's pretty much their entire receiving corps out there now.
2nd down and 1.
Hoping that Skoranek can do something.
In the shotgun. Warren to his left. Drops back. He's rolling to his right. Throws the ball to the sideline, 33-83.
That is Connor Hayward.
1st down.
Tight end number 4 for Pittsburgh. Fullback number 1, I guess. I'm not too sure. Really only on the team because of his brother, but, you know, it is what it is. There. Makes Cameron happy.
Catches the ball and doesn't drop it.
Well, that's the thing. He doesn't really do that often. He drops it.
All right, Russell under center. 1st and 10 at the 33. Warren in the I formation. About 7 yards back. Lots of movement on the line. Here comes 15 in motion. There's the snap. Pitches it to Warren. Warren's right up the middle. Busts through inside the 25 down to the 24.
Another hard-fought run by Jalen Warren. Again, I'm not a fan of that play, by the way. I hate the toss. I hate the pitches that we do for Pittsburgh because usually we have slow running backs. However, when it's him, that's fine. When we ran with Le'Veon Bell, it was stupid. Le'Veon's a slow runner. We do it a lot with Najee Harris, and Najee's not a fast guy. He just kind of runs over people. I just don't like that play. But with Jalen Warren, it works. 9 yards there, 2nd and short.
All right, 2nd and short. They're on the right side of the field. Short. Russell under center. Warren in the high. Hands off again to Warren, right up the middle. Gets about 2, maybe 3, but just enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like he was kind of, I don't know what he was trying to do there. He kind of slowed up whenever he got to the line, but maybe trying to find the hole, trying to protect the ball.
Like, well, we don't want to get in the red zone because when we get in the red zone, we have problems.
Yeah, that's probably
so
what it is.
right
Try to stay
outside
at the 21 if possible. I don't really know. Yeah, Najee's coming back into the game. Warren looks like he is taking a breather.
All right, Russell in the shotgun. Najee to his left. Sidecar. Twins to left. Make that the 22. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Najee. Throws across the middle. He's got a man at the 1. Number 11.
Van Jefferson. I have a lot of faith in him. There's a lot of talk that the Steelers might be trying to get back Deontay Johnson. And it's mostly because this guy hasn't really lived up to the wide receiver 2 conversation, but a nice catch there, nice route, able to get open down at the 1. I'm hoping that we are going to roll with Jefferson.
It's almost the worst place to go, though.
For Pittsburgh, yes, it is.
They're going to try to run it. They're going to get hit in the backfield by 2. All right, we got 83 and 22 in the eye. Looks like a timeout by somebody.
It's the end of the first quarter.
Oh, the end of the first quarter. Sorry.
The end of the first quarter, Ravens 7, Steelers 0. You're watching Dr. DeLay and Triskaideka on YouTube. In front of the whole world. No, I already put you as Triskaideka. Just in case you go, you try to go big here in the near future.
This is your use Triskaideka.
Yeah, well, I guess fair.
Pittsburgh Dad, Texas.
No. Because that makes no sense. I mean, there is
Pittsburgh
a Pittsburgh
Dad, Texas.
There is a Pittsburgh in Texas.
No, Pittsburgh Dad, Texas.
But you can't do that because you're Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is over there.
No, Pittsburgh Dad, Texas.
But you're not a branch of him. You're just yourself.
Pittsburgh Dad. Yeah, but I've been myself.
I don't know.
I've been Pittsburgh.
It is
Dad.
what it is. I guess you can do what you want. All right, with my dad. Dr. DeLay with his dad. Professor Lay.
Tom Grassi has his dad on every now and then.
I didn't know. I don't watch broadcasts. But yeah.
The one guy that does the Titans one, he does it with his young son. Son handles everything. Pretty funny.
Probably a lot better technology. I don't know. All these commercials. But yeah, Pittsburgh, if you're just tuning in, Pittsburgh is down 7-0. You can see the score bug on the bottom of the screen, right? 7. I don't like the only thing I don't like about this, you probably see, it's inverse to what it should be. The Ravens are home team. They should be, unless of course it's like soccer. So it is what it is. But it's the best looking one that we definitely could. Everything else, I believe, didn't matter. Home above for. I'll look at the ticker here to see if we can get a Clemson Texas.
All right, well, believe it or not, the Steelers have had the ball for more minutes than the Ravens. First quarter. They've outpassed them, not outrushed them.
If you do care about Clemson, Texas up 14-7 over Clemson in the middle of the second quarter. I'm pulling for Clemson as
15. He's
Ben
leaving.
Skoranek, maybe he has to go to the bathroom. You got to hope for. Wouldn't be the first time a game in Baltimore where you've seen somebody go to the bathroom, referencing many years ago, and he denied it. Of course, clearly what happened. I mean, we weren't in the stall, obviously, but you just have a feeling. I mean, he was in and out.
All right, first and goal, it's a 1. What are they going to do? Possibly a pass. Let's hope that they can run it and punch it in. I formation, Najee in the backfield. Nope, there's the pass.
Action.
Did they get it?
Did he hold on?
81. There it was. That is, as much as I like it, the fact that you cannot run the ball in from the 1 is crazy. Michael Pruitt.
Well, hey, at least we got a touchdown. Usually we have to settle for 3, but Michael Pruitt just hangs on the throw. Is a little bit, little too far, but he makes a nice little extension there.
That was a great catch.
It was a very good catch.
Boom, 1, 2.
That's
oh, he got it down. Yeah, he did.
So hopefully Boswell's been the best kicker this year. You can tack on the extra point. But now that I've said that,
yeah, because Butker missed one today.
Yeah, well,
or no, it wasn't Butker. It was the Houston guy, Langley or something, right?
So this is to tie the game up.
Number 9. It's down. Kick is up. Right down the middle. 7-7. 14 to it, fade to the right here.
Yeah, 7-7 with 14:56 to go in the second quarter. 7-all. Man, well, that's a good looking drive. At least we can hopefully keep pace with them. Ravens. That drive went 10 plays, 73 yards, took off 5:56 off the clock. Very much stat people. That one.
Coffee bean.
Yeah, I know who that is. We did have 5 for a second. I'm not. That would have been pretty cool.
Nice. Now the green on the outside is still part of the end zone. Is that correct? There in Baltimore, when it hits the white, out.
I mean, I'm assuming so. I just don't really.
Because I know watching the San Diego game, they had a border around their.
Oh yeah. Also. I don't know why.
I
hate that. I don't know why they can't just finish the. I feel like that's just them. Oh man, we mismeasured.
Boswell. All right, there's the kick. Oh,
that landed
dropped
inbounds
in the end zone.
But I guess it doesn't matter as long.
He's pointing to the ground.
I feel like they're going to get it at the 20, if I recall. Tomlin's probably asking because it did land in the field of play in the return zone. Yeah. Trying to mouth the 20. Like officials know. Supposed to be at the 30. But I don't really know the rules then. I guess I need to be educated on the kickoff rules.
They said it landed on the goal
line. There's
no
like
way.
It landed
in front of the goal line.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Lamar under center. Fakes the handoff. Tosses it over to the middle. He's got a man, but he drops short.
Yeah, threw it in between 2 receivers there. Mark Andrews. I didn't quite see the other one that was.
I wonder if they're going to show the replay.
I guarantee they won't, because I mean that's garbage. I mean, it looked like live that he kicked it inside the field of play, which would have.
Yeah, I mean it was close. It was inside the one.
Coffee
but the
Beans
ball
is
landed.
asking if we want a Dr. Pepper or hot.
Oh, I'm good.
We're good. All right.
All right, Jackson in the shotgun. Henry to his right side. Twins to the left. He moves off. No, it's not Henry. It's number 43. Jackson's taking it himself up the middle, doing exactly what they told him to do early on by to do some more QB runs.
Contact. Yes, always a cheap flag. What it is. Number 27. No one wants to say his name. I understand the refs can't say his name. Corey Trice. Okay, look at him. He was a seventh round pick last year. Was injured the whole. But yeah, he was injured the whole year last year. Never got to play.
I think he just hit the guy's mouthpiece.
Hopefully, it can be.
All right.
And
Lamar under center at the 43. Hands off. Henry. Henry gets tripped up, but still stumbles forward for almost 5.
I don't understand how they just tack that on at the end. I don't understand. I feel like they make it up as they tacked on the 5 yards at the end of that run by Lamar Jackson. I don't understand.
Well, that's one of the things that who was it? The guys that do the opening drive, Jim Miller and Pat Kerwin. They were saying that Lamar's just got to run the ball. He's got to take that snap and just. They said if he can do that 10 times, they'll win. Well, here we got an false start, which I guess is to make up for the last play.
Baltimore apparently the most penalized team in the NFL.
Yeah, they're the new
8.4,
Raiders.
Which is weird. I mean, they're a disciplined team. Obviously very physical.
All right, 2nd down, 11. Lamar Jackson looks like he's going to be in the shotgun. Henry to his right. 4 in motion. Drops back. Drops way back. Being pushed. Almost caught. Oh, there's going to be a flag. Probably going to be.
The hands of Flowers,
probably going to be something on the quarterback.
That would be pretty lame. Tom Brady's saying that it might be on the O-line.
What do? Do you take the penalty?
I would decline.
Decline it. 3rd and 11. Would have made it 2nd and 21.
Yeah, but Baltimore could probably get 15. 3rd and. I've seen it before.
Yeah, 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 for Baltimore. So again, Pittsburgh can get a stop here and try to get the offense back on the field with all the momentum that they have.
Yeah.
Be nice to see what they can do here.
All right, 3rd down, 11. Lamar got trips to the right. He's in the shotgun. Henry to sidecar to the right side. 7's in motion. There's the snap. He drops back. He's got time. He's rolling to his right side. He's rolling. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked.
It might have been tipped. I don't know. It might have been just a flat-out miss. Of course, their commentators now saying he probably was tipped. But yeah, just nice pressure there by T.J. Watt. If he does, now he is a few sacks behind this year, behind the leader. But if he does lead the league in sacks to end of the year, he will be the first player in NFL history to lead the league in sacks 4 times.
Oh, wow. That's
never been done.
All right, Stout
is the most.
Ready for the punt. He gets it. Kicks it.
Oh,
It's going to right side.
Yeah,
where's it going to go? Out of bounds.
That landed near the bleachers.
Where are they going to mark it? At the 40? At the 35?
That landed at the bleachers around the 30. That better be way. You better keep going.
Nope, he stopped at the 40. Right where I said.
That is crazy. There's Danny Smith, the special
18
teams.
yard
He's chewing
punt.
gum and that, and just acting like, why? That should be way upfield.
Kind of like the Steeler punt last week against the Eagles.
Yeah.
All right, so the Steelers are going to have pretty decent field. back out.
Yeah, I'll take anything at this point. I understand you want 7s, but you take the 3. It's going to be a low-scoring game. So as long as you put up points on, every drive, you should feel
Well, I had the Steelers score 19 points today, so that would have been 4 field goals.
And I'm losing
and a
24-19.
33-19.
33-19.
I originally had it.
Oh
I originally had it at 23-19, but then after they said Pickens wasn't going to make it, and after Tomlin was talking smack, I was like, I don't know. I think the Ravens are going to come out and score a lot, but let's hope not. Hope I'm wrong. I'm not a hater. I just
You'd be classified as a hater in today's world. I mean, if you don't agree with something, you're just a flat-out hater, and you don't know anything.
Everybody thinks I don't like Tomlin. I like Tomlin. He's probably a really nice guy. I remember his first year, he was coaching, and it was against the Ravens, and he got on the field. It looked like he was going to make a bench tackle after Ben threw a pick. And I was like, all right, he's the man. He's the guy. But 6-7 years of not making the playoffs, not winning a game, that just, to me, I just don't understand. They had all this talent. I mean, they don't have as much talent now as they did before, but they had the talent before, and there were always the excuses. Now they don't have the talent, or say, well, we don't have the talent. Well, you had the talent before. What happened? The loss to the Jacksonville, they just eat my lunch.
Yeah, the Jacksonville losses. That's not the most devastating, but that was...
Tim Tebow loss, oh my gosh.
I would say the 2020 was the most devastating to the Browns.
Oh. After being 11-0, going through all that insanity, playing that...
Of course, you had, again, the scheduling, the NFL being stupid, and then, the injuries were piling up for the becoming pretty difficult to squeak out those. All the Cleveland faithful now just hold that over Pittsburgh. Super Bowl. Their Super Bowl is a wild card. But anywho, I mean, this is 7 years going on 8. If we don't win, this would be the longest drought. This actually is the longest drought without a playoff win since the first 40 years of the Steelers' existence. But people don't want to acknowledge that.
Steelers coming to line. Russ under center. Nope, now he's in the shotgun. He's got 2 guys back there. Fakes the handoff. Throws it screen. Number
That's
30.
Warren.
Jalen Warren again for 11, maybe 12 yards.
Some nice shifty moves there to get the first. Made a guy miss. I believe they're going to say he got 11. Oh, well, the ref did move 12. Yeah, nice little game by Jalen. Again, Jalen, he's just so good. I'm going to switch over to the Steelers stats. Live feed on that. Najee has not had a carry since giving it off to the hot hand. Which makes sense.
There we go. Russ under center. He's got I formation. Najee and Warren. Takes the snap. Drops back. Fakes it to Harris. Rolls out. He should run it. And he's going to run it. He's got 7 yards. If he would have just ran it, he could have got 12 off to the side and ran out of bounds.
Well, again, he's doing the veteran thing where you just look and keeping your eyes downfield. But I did like the improvisation there to get 8. And he did not slide. He kind of was going head first. He does want to. He knows the advantage of having a home play. So, yeah, 2nd and short here.
2nd and 7. 2nd and 3 after gaining 7. All right, we got him under center. Najee, the lone setback. Takes the snap. Hands off to Najee. Najee up the middle. He's got some room running across the 30. Squeezes down to the 26. Maybe the 27.
Just putting his head down and just making people look like kids out there, just plowing them over and just, this is what he does best, just run forward. Whenever he does all that shifty stuff, like that hole, just running right through there, spin around, fighting for extra yards. That's what.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 27. Russell under center. Najee in the backfield. Pitches it to Najee. Najee's going off the left side. Gets about 2-3. Runs into a bunch of Ravens.
Yeah,
maybe squeezed a 4.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't like the toss plays. That was actually probably his longest run of the year off that play. I just don't understand why that's in the playbook, especially for Najee. But glad we can get 4 or 5 yards there.
I think he might have got 5. It was all going to depend on where they spotted him, because if he was falling, it looked like he fell on another. All right, 2nd and 6. They gave him 4. All right, Russell under center. Najee's in the backfield. Drops back. He's rolling to his right. He's going to run it. He's running it at the 15, 10, 5. Oh, he got flipped. Fumble. Fumble. He ran it all the way down there, did what I told him to do, and unfortunately fumbled, and the Ravens get the ball at the 4-yard line.
Huge shot, lower body. Did look like the Ravens recovered initially, but I guess we'll see what happens at the bottom of the pile.
The Ravens have it. They're under there. They got it. Number 53 has the ball. Ravens ball. That was an exciting run, though. Boy, he got hit. He got hit. Boom. Oh, yeah, it wasn't the crowd that caused it. He lost it. He was carrying it with one hand. So,
yeah,
well,
that's
at least
unfortunate.
it's deep in the territory. It could have easily been a 3.
Well, I like the fact that they're being able to move the ball. Yeah, the first drive, I was like, okay, it's going to be another one of those games. But the second drive looked a lot cleaner, moved down the field with ease. This one, again, moving down the field, just a fortunate turnover. But hopefully, again, that doesn't discourage them, that they continue to stay aggressive. That's how you're going to win this game. You're not going to – I don't like the winning 13-10 attitude. Doesn't look like they have it today. But yeah, so stay aggressive. Keep your pedal to the middle. That's how you're going to win this game.
The only negative is Ravens starting at the 4-yard line.
Yeah,
long drive. Steelers
with
love
this,
to give up those 90-yard drives.
This great Steelers defense that we are told about never shows up on the long drives. Whenever we're inside, or
when's the last time the Steelers got a safety? Defense earned a safety.
It might have been this year. I don't know. I think we all just know that the Ravens are going to march. Like, to force a 3 and out here is like impossible to ask, apparently. I don't understand it.
That's the thing. I mean, a lot of people, they want to get all upset about how the Steelers are great, Steelers are this. When you're watching a Steeler game, and it's the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, if you have a 20-point spread, you're still on the edge of your seats wondering, shoot, what's going to happen? What are they going to do now? When's the air going to be let out of the balloon? And that's Steeler football.
I don't know.
It's not just Tomlin. It goes all the way back to Cowher even. So it's just like, I just remember there were a couple games where the Steelers had big, big leads.
Yeah.
Just make it
I mean, I don't even remember the last time we had a big lead. I'm sure it happened this year. Yeah, the Jets game. Jets and the Raiders, but I was driving that.
But they wound up being close. They ended
up being a pretty sizable win. They're going to, replay this. I think he was just looking for the end zone. I mean, again, he did everything right here, except at the end, he just got a little greedy.
Nobody even blocked him.
Unfortunate.
All right, well, anyway, Ravens at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Hope he didn't hurt his hand diving for that ball again.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to the left side. There's a handoff to Henry up the middle. He was stuffed, but then he went to the right side, picked up a couple yards.
I thought he was going to bounce it outside and take off there, but luckily there was just enough contact where he was just tripping over himself, and only a gain of 2, I believe.
Looks like 3. It's going to be second and long 7.
The millions watching, tuning in here.
All right, they have him at the 6, so it was only 2. 2nd and 8. Lamar, shotgun. Henry to his right side. Drops back. This guy's going to throw. Throws the ball over. He's got a man at the 25.
Isaiah Likely with the catch. He's the one that, of course, with the touchdown earlier. Getting free. Looks like the Steelers sent a 5 or 6 defender, so it was man coverage most likely. Getting aggressive, and it is what it is.
That's a shame. They had him back there. The Steelers always like to give up that big pass. All right, here we go. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his right side. Takes the snap. Does the delayed handoff to Henry. Henry goes up the middle. Looks like he got nothing, but he winds up with 5.
Yeah, again, like we said earlier, I don't remember the last time we were able to force the other team to go 3 and out inside their own 10. I feel like it's just going to be another long drive here for Baltimore after Pittsburgh had all the momentum. Little 5-yard gain. A lag. Should fix itself shortly.
Jackson, shotgun. 43 in the I formation. 7. Motion. Drops back, hands off to 43. Up the middle. He's got some room. He's across the 40. At the 45. 50. Flipped up down to the 45-yard line, and he's hurt.
He landed hard. He has not moved.
Wow, 25-yard gain.
Took a...
Who is that? Hill.
Justice Hill.
Justice Hill.
He landed
right on his head. Neck.
He might be out. He's moving. You can
At least
see
he's moving.
the
Nice.
lower extremities are moving. Always promising to see. He did land head, neck area. That was I would not be surprised if he...
So they're already across the 50.
Yeah.
50 yards.
As we spoke about earlier, just Steelers just, whenever it's a chance for a safety, we decide to allow a long drive. Why Pittsburgh just cannot close the deal. But yeah, and again, it's a shame. Pittsburgh had seemingly the momentum there. Fortunate. You know, you like to see it out of your quarterback always running and trying to get every yard, but probably just won a few yards too much there. Well, the Ravens are already at the 45. Pittsburgh. We have a stoppage of play if you're just tuning in. It's tied up 7-7. And what a game. I believe most people would probably pick Baltimore to win. I myself would not be surprised. I believe I did in my pick and pick Baltimore to win. I could be wrong on that. That was actually, I don't even know if I made my picks now.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. But it's not like I was in contention anyway. But I'll have to check them again. A halftime interval. But yeah, Pittsburgh, again, if they win, they do lock up the division and do host a playoff game. You would like to think it would be the Chargers or Broncos. You really don't want to see Baltimore, despite how we've kind of owned them in the last few years. You don't want to take the risk that they're on and off, because you feel like it's just every single time we play the Ravens, they play conservative. They also aren't up to what they potentially could. Whereas I feel like we match up pretty well against the Chargers and Broncos. We've already beaten them as well. So and that was with Justin Fields at the upgraded quarterback. Russell, feel very confident. So Hill is moving. He's heading to the bench right now. He did take again a huge shot. I mean, it was scary to see at the end. He wasn't moving at all. Seems pretty good. Might have been a concussion. As we look at the playoff picture, the Chiefs currently in the number 1 spot, 14-1. Bills in the number 2, 11-3. Steelers at 3 right now, 10-4. The Texans probably gonna just stay at the 4. I don't really see much movement there. Ravens, Chargers, Broncos at 5.
If the Steelers lose, all right, then you've got 2 10-5 teams. Ravens would have the slight edge. Strength of schedule. Plus, they think Ravens, don't they play the Texans on Christmas?
Ravens do indeed play the Texans. I mean, if the Ravens if they beat the Texans.
All right, Lamar Jackson drops back, throws it across the middle. He's got a guy at the 30. Likely.
That's Flowers.
Oh.
Likely is the big tight end here,
right.
and they're going to
Flowers
call a face mask.
So he's going to add 15 yards to that. That's going to put it inside the 20. So first down at the 15. Here we go. I don't know why they do it. Like they're doing it on purpose. All right, 1st and 10 inside the 15. $16-yard line. Jackson in the shotgun. Henry to his right. Drops back. He's going to run it himself. There he goes. Right up the middle. Gets about 2 yards. Maybe 3. No, it looks like 2.
Another design run there by Jackson. He looked frustrated that he didn't get much there. And Steelers, I guess, were ready for it. You mentioned that I guess some people had talked about Lamar needing to run more. They would have more success. So it looks like that's what they're trying to do right now, trying to get Lamar. And again, he can move. That's pretty much what he does best. And they've already ruled Justice Hill out with concussions. That's a big loss for the Ravens.
All right, 2nd down and 8. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his right side. 80 in motion. Drops back. He's going to pass. He throws it. It's lofted in the end zone. Waiting for a flag. Nothing.
Former Raven Patrick Queen on the coverage there, not allowing. There's a lot of contact, but I feel like it was both people pushing each other off there. Right, the throw was just really nice coverage. Trying his best. If it was a good throw, it probably would have been a touchdown. Just a little bit high.
All right, 3rd and 8. Jackson, shotgun. Henry to the right. Flowers in motion. Drops back. Throws it across the middle. Touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Number 7.
Rashad Bateman just coming loose there at the end. It was a good throw. You really can't do much about that.
Shame. 7.
Corner route, pretty much.
Get both feet in?
Yeah, he drugged the last one. That foot down,
he
dragging the second one.
All right, well, now it's 13-7. Soon to be. So that was a 96-yard drive after the Steelers could have been up 14-7.
That's what the Steelers do best. They like allowing a 90-plus yard drive.
I wonder where the stat would be on that.
Yeah, I know.
Who gives up more 90-plus yard drives in
Probably
the
the
NFL?
Steelers. Ravens 14, Pittsburgh 7. You're tuned in right here, obviously. So just some stats here for you. Lamar Jackson, 5 for 10, 70 yards, 2 touchdown passes already. So, I mean, as far as the touchdown passes, doing better than what he usually does against Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry, 10 rushes, 58 yards.
He's
Justice.
gonna have 100 yards.
What's that?
He's going to wind up.
Most likely. I mean, just how it's trending, you can kind of sense that. Justice Hill, who has been ruled out with a concussion, 2 carries for 30 yards. Lamar Jackson, only 2 rushes. I feel like he's ran the ball. Maybe not. 2 rushes, 10 yards. Then Zay Flowers credited with that run on that 1 rush, 3 yards. In the air, Isaiah Likely, 2 catches, 28 yards. Both have been big catches here. And a drive and, of course, a touchdown. Zay Flowers, 2 catches, 28 yards. I would say the biggest play for him, though, was the face mask. 15. Rashad Bateman just caught a touchdown pass. It was a 14-yard pass from Lamar Jackson. Of course, comparing the team stats, total yards, it's very similar. Baltimore at 162. I keep that over. Baltimore at 162, Pittsburgh at 133 passing yards. Russell has more passing yards, or at least sacks. They probably are. 65-61, but Baltimore on the ground, 101 yards already to Pittsburgh 68. Pittsburgh, believe it or not, averaging more yards per play, 76. Of course, what matters the most is the scoreboard. Baltimore up 14-7 in that.
Well, if the Steelers can score here, use up the time, then of course they get the ball coming out after half. So see what happens.
Yeah, Pittsburgh can chew some clock and get a score again. Any score will do. Being down by 4 isn't the worst.
What usually happens is they'll use up the time, let enough time on the clock for the opposing team to run down the field. Hope that doesn't happen. Here they're going to play the touchdown pass.
We're circling the Corey Trice, and I thought Joey Porter would be back in this game. I don't know if that's him up top, but Trice kind of exposed the cover 2 a little too early, I would say. But I mean, it is what it is. If Trice probably had hidden it a little bit more, Lamar wouldn't have seen it. But He's getting some snaps in. I still think he has a lot of potential. It is what it is. And a lot of touchdown.
All right, here comes the kick.
7:28 left in the second quarter. Take it away.
Kick is high, very high. Lands in the end zone this time, though. Steelers will bring it out to the 30.
Thought there was a scuffle based on how the crowd reacted.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to that too. I was like, okay, come on.
Rest for running in, but yeah, the Steelers will get the ball at the 30 again. They had the last two drives really good, I would say, for Pittsburgh standards. Unfortunate ending to the last one. Russell Wilson fumbled on the nice little run there. Just probably ran a few yards too much inside the 5.
All right, we got a Russell under center, I formation. Warren and 83 in the eye. In motion, takes a snap, hands fought, fakes the handoff, drops back. He's going to be chased, tosses it out. Wasted play. At least it wasn't a sack. Could have easily.
Yeah, I guess there was no one open. He was just flush from the pocket, throwing out of bounds. He was outside the tackle box, so there's intentional rounding, of course. Get something going. Second down.
All right, second down, 10. All right, Russell under center. Split
He's in the
backs.
shotgun.
Oh, now he's in the shotgun. Shotgun. Warren to his left. Drops back. Sees Warren. Goes across the middle.
It's caught by Mike Williams.
That was Mike Tomczak.
No, Mike Tomczak. Never done a holds, but even if he was in his prime,
I just saw the number 18.
We would never take him. Yeah, a little 4-yard game. They were saying 5-yard game, but he was
They're in a long
so it's going to be
5.
a long 5.
Good spot.
That was a very good spot. So I guess it was 5 yards.
They're down in 5. 5 and about a foot. All right, Russell in the shotgun. Now he's moving up.
Down. Now he got a lot of motion. Probably going to have to burn a timeout here.
Nope, they lost 5 yards. I can't blame him for that one. That one actually was a good choice. There was 6 minutes left.
6 minutes. You want to see. I mean, obviously, you don't get the third down conversion here, then it's a complete waste. But yeah, gives him a chance to. I don't understand. I think Van Jefferson had messed up there. He was trying to get Van, and then telling Jalen Warren to come in. He did change the play, but it might have been a little bit too late to try to get all that. Coach in the yellow was like, "What the heck are you doing, Van?"
All right, here we go. Third down, 5. All right, Russell Wilson now in the shotgun. Sidecar to his left, number 30, Warren. 2 to his right, 88 now in motion.
Like they're changing the play here.
All right, he drops back. He's got some time. Now he doesn't have any time. Now he's going to be sacked. Timeout, sack.
Yep. So that pretty much just a waste of a timeout there. He just takes the sack. I'm assuming, again, no one was open. We only can really see the quarterback coverage.
That's twice, though, that he did have a screen, and he let it go. He had a screen. He had the screen out there.
It would have been a one-on-one situation. Yeah, maybe you take the chance.
Now we're going
it's
to punt
unfortunate.
it. Got Tommy Maddox back on the punt. There's the punt. Nice punt. Caught at the 29, maybe 28-yard line, so it really wasn't that great of a punt. 40 yards.
Ravens 14, Pittsburgh 7. 5:57 to go in the first quarter. And we'll be the whole time. We're here the whole time, being shadow banned by YouTube, I guess. I guess I need to start it earlier. That's probably what I need to start it. You know when does Tom usually start his stuff?
30 minutes up.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I did 50. And does he talk for those 30 minutes, I guess?
Yeah. Just talks about anything. I mean, he talks with the people that are chatting, and of course he has the, people buy chats, he'll read their chats, and the other thing too, once you people.
Yeah.
I think he's running a big charity thing today. I think 11 hours of charity, so all the money.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool.
He wound up getting. He showed it the other night. I don't remember if it was Sunday night game or the Monday night game. Got a American flag from the Capitol, with the Capitol, and it was the certificate was signed. They signed by Chuck Schumer. Thank you for what you do with charity. It was
nice. The same right now.
Yeah, he's on a commercial.
Live tweeting during the game. I saw that. Very sad effort.
Huh?
Come on, it's something you can't just do that, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm just like tweeting during the broadcast. You're working here. What is that? What does that say about your professional integrity? I heard timeout sack. Are you
Kyle Van
way
Noy.
behind?
What's the matter?
I heard timeout sacks. I don't know if you're like way behind speed. Kyle Van Noy, a former Patriot. Oh, he knows Steelers very well. A few Patriots that left New England still played very well. Of course, when you go to the Ravens, it's pretty hard not to play well in defense. Usually what the Ravens do, they get the smart veteran players. Their type of player. I mean, that's usually why they're always winning.
Steelers had a 3-and-out, long drive for a touchdown, a long drive and a turnover, and a 3-and-out.
Very, very consistent always. As I guess the Ravens take the field here at 5:57 to go in the first quarter.
Second quarter.
Second quarter, you can take it away.
All right, here we go. Lamar, shotgun, are at the 28-yard line. Henry to his left side. Trips to his right. Henry up the middle. He's got some room, but he trips up down to about the 32.
Yeah, Henry just going up the middle for a simple gain of 4. Just trying to... They're probably just going to try to chew the clock, tack on 3, maybe 7, of course, and try to nullify any opening drive score that Pittsburgh does.
Ravens got over 100 yards already.
Yep, on the ground.
All right, Lamar in the shotgun. Henry again to his left side. Twins to the right. Now trips to the right. No, it wasn't Henry. It was number 26. Caught at the 40. That number 4, Flowers.
Flowers just kind of...
He's a small guy. Is he like 5'9", 5'10"?
Flowers? Yeah, he's pretty small.
All right, first down and 10 at the 42, 41. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to the sidecar right. Fakes the handoff. Lamar rolls to his right. Keeps rolling. Tosses it across the middle. Got a man at the other 40.
That's
Fumble!
Come on.
That was a catch.
All right, so yeah, I mean, that was a wild throw.
Oh, no, he never had it.
That's so pathetic, though. But yeah, Lamar rolling to his right and then throws it to his left like it's me on the Sega Dreamcast many, many years ago when I was 4 years old. Luckily, no turnover there. He actually had it in his hands, wasn't able to secure it. Second down.
And 10. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his left side. Hands off to Henry. Henry's off. No, Lamar kept it. That was a nice fake. Lamar kept it. He's being wrapped up at the 45, 44. Gonna bring up 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the RPO there, he made a very late decision and kept it. Only 3, but
He faked me out.
Yeah,
he handed off to
it was
Henry.
a good fake. It's what he does. He's been doing this for many years, for days. So 3rd and 7 coming up for the Ravens.
All right, 3rd down 7. Lamar in the shotgun. Sidecar to his right. Takes the snap, drops back, throws across the middle. He's got a man. Oh, first down.
That is Mark Andrews. Looks like he did get the first down. A gain of 8. Little out route there. Just right now they are moving and grooving on the. And they're
All right,
they're
no
hurrying
huddle.
up here, yeah, and hurrying up offense.
All right, Lamar under center. Now he's backing up. Under center. Henry in the eye. Drops back. Hands off to Henry. Henry's got some room up the middle. He's got free. Breaking tackles. He's across the 35. Finally, the Steelers get him down. That was crazy. 12 yards.
Yeah, I kind of shrugged off some people there. Stiff armed a Steeler into the ground. I didn't see who it was. We'll see it on this replay. Looks like it was Peyton Wilson, our rookie middle linebacker. But yeah, like it just gets all the way down to the 35, and oh, that little fan right there, poor guy, never will see. Unfortunate.
All right, 1st and 10.
But will I ever see a Steelers Super
35.
Bowl again? I don't know.
Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his right, trips to the right side. Hands off to Henry again. Henry got the middle, but he's stuffed.
That was a loud crack of the helmet there. We heard it on the headphones there. Didn't get much. Probably got back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down.
They're going to take this
Henry,
down to 2-minute
yeah,
warning.
no, they're just trying to eat the clock. And again, any score that they get is good because they'll be up 2 scores. Pittsburgh gets the ball coming out of the second half. Pretty much not Pittsburgh. Henry, just some stats for you. 13 carries, 75 yards. Already 3/4 of the way there for 100 yards. I don't know how you gave him a yard after it looked like. Baltimore 14, Pittsburgh 7. 2-minute warning in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, not even at 100 passing yards yet. 7 for 13, 8 yards. But it's a much cleaner game so far. He did have the fumble earlier in the game, but Pittsburgh wasn't able to recover. And then, of course, the punt return, the Lamar-related punt return, forced a fumble there. But again, we're not able to take advantage. Now, when we fumbled the ball, of course, we're happy to cough it up and turn over.
That's the gift of giving. It's Christmas.
Yeah, I guess so. And we'd like to. It's always better to receive, though. Taught for many years.
Well, you weren't taught that from your.
I was not, but the world that we live in now, and I want a division title. And I feel like the Steelers should want that as much as I do. But sometimes I find myself wanting things more than the actual people employed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So it is what it is. It is. But that's just how it goes. That's how it's been the last few years. Ever since I've turned 20 or 21, Steelers haven't done nothing. Haven't done. I remember we were watching. Well, I don't know. I think you were there towards the end. Steelers Jaguars game, right after church. I don't think I.
Which year was this?
This was Steelers. This was the 2017 playoff,
Oh.
which would have been. I remember again. They had a great year. They went 13-3.
I thought that game was on a Saturday.
It was a Sunday.
Oh, that's right. The Patriots played on Saturday.
But the the Steelers had again 13-3. We lose 42-45, and I just remember saying that was a waste. That was a waste. Great year, and then
started out 21-3 in the hole, or was it 21-0?
We were down 21-0.
21-0.
Wasn't looking good, and then Ben Roethlisberger just throwing 40, 50-yard 4th down plays that were going great. Just coming up when he, fortunately, a little too late. But yeah, I don't know. You just don't want to see this season that is, I don't know. It was kind of shaky at first. I mean, we were winning 3-0, but it was like, we're barely winning. Have the quarterback change, looking pretty good, but now it's just something's different. Something not clicking right now, Pittsburgh, and I just don't want to see a 2020 version crash.
Well, I had. Well, let me go back here. All right, Ravens got the ball. Second down, 9.5 from the 30. Lamar Jackson drops back. He's got some time. Throws it across the middle, and it drops to nothing. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, faced heavy pressure, a late blitz there. I don't know who blitzed him. Kind of forced an early throw. He had the receiver. The receiver was free. Did have a defender about a few yards behind him. Luckily, we had a late blitz there, but I don't know who that was. The 3rd and 9 coming up for Baltimore. You're yawning, so very exciting game.
Yes, very boring. All right, here we go. 3rd down, 9.5. Lamar Jackson again in the shotgun. Looks like Derrick Henry to the side guard to the right. He's got trips on the right side. Drops back. He's got time. He's moving. Oh, he's hit! Now he just dumps it off to number 80. Looks going to be about a gain of 1.
Yeah, we had Lamar wrapped up, but he's able to find the tight end there for a gain of probably about a yard or two. Say likely.
2, yeah.
I want to say Pittsburgh just took a timeout because the clock did stop. Assuming Baltimore did. Yeah, there we go. So the second timeout. That'll leave about 1:40 on the clock for Pittsburgh, maybe 1:35, depending on how long.
Ravens still have all their timeouts, right?
They do indeed. So
yeah,
I mean, if Pittsburgh's not able, if Pittsburgh's not able to get a first down, Baltimore could have another shot at the end.
Let's
of the
see if we can block this field goal.
But yeah, Justin Tucker, they're showing up on the screen. He was the most accurate kicker in NFL history. Then this year happened. He's now at 70% this year,
which still would have been outstanding back in the 80s.
Yeah, but you know. I mean,
all right, let's see if we
this
get a
guy
block.
was in the 80s, then he'd be.
See if we can get a block.
But the balls were probably different.
Right.
You're probably harder.
Ball's going to be snapped at the 33. It's going to be about a 49-yarder, 50-yarder, 50, almost 51. Down.
Snap was kind of.
Oh, it's good. It looked like it was fading, but it's good.
Yeah, that was a great hold there. Yeah, he's smiling, the punter. That could have been a disaster. Some Tomlin voodoo magic. A great extension there on the hold. Probably the best catch of the day. Baltimore now takes a 2-score lead. They're now up 17-7 over your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh, just missed.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Pretty good snap. Did Tom Brady ever hold kicks? I guess he had to at one point. Or no? I don't remember Tom Brady ever holding.
He held the one for.
I know. I mean, Tony Romo did. I mean, I know there's a point where they would have the quarterback for some reason.
Or the backup quarterback.
Or the backup quarterback.
Then I guess they made it punter a couple. All right, here we go. Kick off here.
Baltimore,
Tucker ready for the kick. He kicks it a little bit longer this time. Where's it going to drop? In the end zone. So the Steelers will take over at the 30.
I'm yawning now. Showing Lamar getting upset at the on the sideline. I don't know. Complaining about. I mean, I guess the fact that they couldn't move the ball forward at the end. Because they were driving, they looked pretty good, and then
all right, Steelers need to get some mojo here. All right, Russell Wilson already starting out in the shotgun. Like Warren to the trips to the right side. Hands off to Warren. Warren's up the left side across the 30. About the 34. Gain of 4.
Baltimore not taking their timeout yet. I guess they're going to see on second down. Pittsburgh anyway.
All right, here we go. Second down and 6. Russell takes the snap, shotgun. Throws it quickly. 18 across. About the 41.
Mike Williams, gain of 8, but they're going to say 7. Because who cares where the ball was? They look at your feet.
All right, quickly, here we go. Russell takes the snap, drops back. Passes again to the outside.
Ooh.
Tackled hard, but he's tackled backwards out of bounds, so the clock keeps moving. 58, 57, 56.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. First thing in the world right now.
All right, shotgun formation. Warren to the right side. Drops back. Rolls to his right side. Tosses it out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm okay with that. You know, had the clock stopped, it would have been about 1:05, and then that play took, 5 seconds. So it would have been at a minute, and Baltimore would have had plenty of time.
Although they might have taken a timeout. They would have huddled
Had
up.
a different play. Correct, but, you know.
All right, third down
pass,
and 4 at
an
the
incomplete
47.
pass would have been what would have been terrible for
Shotgun formation. Trips to the right side. Tom Brady said Freiermuth might get it. There's the pass. There it is.
Was it a Freiermuth?
Freiermuth.
Gain of about 5. Clock
I think
will
Tom Brady had
continue
the
to run.
playbook.
Probably.
Something about the Patriots and the playbooks.
They do.
All right, rushing. Here we go to the
Man,
line.
Get set.
Russell
man.
takes a snap, drops back. Got some time. Screened. Warren's at the
Cuts
40.
inside.
He's at the 35, down to the 34.
I think they're going to probably accept the field goal. So they're taking a timeout.
That'll give them 2 plays to the end zone if they go. I think it's 52 yards. I don't know. I want to get a little. I know it's Boz, but.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope that it's nothing over the middle that, you know, they wouldn't be able to get down. That would be very devastating.
Well, if they do it on the first play and they get over the middle, they could spike it right away. Oh, they didn't catch that face
I
mask.
thought I saw a face mask live, but I just wasn't sure. You know, again, they will not hesitate to throw it if Pittsburgh does it.
Oh my gosh. Tom Brady says it was a face mask, but the guy there said, no. It was just a shoulder pad.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of bias against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, for some reason,
They added a second.
Despite the Tomlin love that he's received in the last decade or so, they really don't care about him on game day.
All right, they added a second, 17 seconds on the clock.
A lot of sevens on the scoreboard now.
17-7, 17 seconds left. The 35-yard line. Russell in the shotgun. Play clock counting down to 5. Telling him to focus. So he's going to take it himself.
All right. So I guess
Not
they
sure
got it.
what the deal was with that. Now they've got to hurry.
All right, they got time. Okay, so I think they were just trying to center it. What it looked
I don't
like.
understand why that had to be a busted play because to me that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Tom Brady is agreeing
Just
with you.
to
There's a
save
lot
2
of risk
yards.
there. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, but I don't know if this is where Boswell wanted it. It might be worth it because, you know, it is a tough place to kick here in Baltimore.
He is dead center, right in the center. Snaps down, kick is up. It is good. 17-10. Wizard of Boz.
That's why he's the best kicker in the league. Again, what was, you know, maybe 20 years ago, we'd watch Jeff Reed come out for a 51-yarder. We're like, well, does he have the leg for this? You know, but he's a very accurate guy. Just, you know, wasn't really known for the 50-yarders. Boswell now able to sink these and make him look so routine. Again, you have the theory, and I would agree with you that they put something in the ball.
I'm telling you, I told you.
However,
I met Jeff Reed in 2003.
Well, Jeff Reed
and
was maybe, 5'10", $180?
I don't know. I think he was a little.
So,
He was. When I met him, he was buff.
Yeah,
and he
was
kicked
a
a ball in his street shoes. He kicked it so hard, he split the leather in the ball. I mean, it was. I was just amazed. Dang. I think he was even taller than. I'll have to look up his height, but he was taller than me.
Yeah, well, I can look up what Boswell is, but I'm pretty sure Boswell. I mean, he's.
Boswell's like 5'11" or 6'1" or something.
I don't know. Boswell's a big guy.
I saw a picture of him and his wife. Oh. So that brings us to halftime. Not a super exciting
Well, that's a high
super
score. So
exciting
Boswell
game.
is 6'2", 185. A little bigger. I guess he'd be a little lankier than Jeff Reed. But, I guess maybe the longer legs maybe have the... But yeah, again, Baltimore up 17-10 over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh really needs this game. Why do you ask? Well, again, if Baltimore wins, they will be tied for the division lead. And again, if you're asking, well, why is that such a big deal, Dr. Delay? That makes sense. They'll have the same record, 2 games to go. Well, would you rather face the Texans and Browns the last 2 games, or would you rather face the Chiefs and Bengals for the last 2 games? So if your answer is the first one, well, that's who the Ravens play. Whereas the Steelers play the Chiefs and the Bengals. And the Bengals, again, as of now, they're still alive. And you have to imagine they would love to, if there's any chance that they can cause playoff positioning problems for Pittsburgh, Cincinnati will gladly try to do that the final day of the season. So, yes, you really need this game. This game is huge. This game pretty much ends any worry that that you'd be hosting. You don't want to go on the road. You really don't, unless you somehow can get the 5 seed. I can argue that would be a little bit of a problem.
So if they went on the road though, where would they go?
Well, most likely, unless
go to
the end of the
Houston?
world happens, they would be going to Houston or Baltimore. Worst case scenario, Buffalo. That's it was 7,
Well, the
which
Steelers-
is still possible. If they lose out and the Broncos win 2 games, Broncos get 11. Pittsburgh will be stuck at 10 wins. Broncos move and get a 6 seed. Same with the Chargers. With the Chargers winning, there's a lot of stuff that could happen.
No, I mean we were talking about this earlier. Is I had the Steelers at 10-2, or 9-3, finishing 10-7 or 11-6. So the way it is right now, they were 10-2.
They were 10-2. I mean, it was a tough. The schedule is brutal. I mean, you commented it when you first saw it. Like, I couldn't believe that the league had 6 of their final 8 games division games. You didn't really mention the non-division.
Oh no,
games.
they weren't 10. They were 10-3. Steelers weren't 10. They've only lost to the Eagles.
Oh yes, sure.
So okay, so they were 10-3. So losing to the Eagles, losing to the Ravens, possibly lose to Kansas City. Now, if Buffalo loses this weekend, it's possible that Mahomes may sit. But if Mahomes sits against the Steelers because of the short week, we talked about this before, the Steelers' record against a quarterback they faced the first time is horrible.
Well,
and I say
Carson
horrible.
Wentz.
It's not better than 500.
It would be Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz.
But he beat the Steelers.
He's
Played with
1
the
and
Eagles,
1.
didn't he?
He's 1 and 1.
Steelers.
1 in 2016. Of course, that game was in Philadelphia, and then the 2020 game
Boston.
Boston. So I don't know. I mean, yeah,
And that was when the Steelers were undefeated.
Yes, Pittsburgh was really good at that point.
Well, they weren't really good. They were winning.
They were good. I think that's something that a lot of people forget, or maybe bought into the. I don't know. You probably didn't, but many people think that team was not that good. That team was really good. The Steelers, for the first 2 or 3 months, were a very good team. They had beaten quality teams. They had beaten the Ravens, who were 5-0 at the time. They had beaten the Titans, who I believe that year went to the AFC Championship, or at least the previous year. They were 5. The Titans were also undefeated at the time. Played them and won. And then they blew out the Browns in Pittsburgh, 38-7. The Browns team that eventually, of course, beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had beaten quality teams. Obviously, the stupid Alex Smith thing happened. Kind of part of it. Well, really, the start.
But then they wound up beating the Patriots that season. That was their final
Pittsburgh
win.
didn't play.
Yeah, they did.
Pittsburgh did not play.
Yes, they did. I think in 2018.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
thinking
you were.
2018.
And again, they didn't playoffs that year. Shame. But yeah, no, I mean, that was
No,
a good.
wait a
That was
minute.
a good.
Who did the Steelers beat then for their 12th win?
The Colts.
To beat the Colts for
The
the
Phillip Rivers Colts. Again, another playoff team, by the way. Another playoff team. They were the 7 seed, but they were like a 10 or 11 win 7 seed at AFC. But I mean, Pittsburgh. I mean, it was a good year. You can look it up, but I'm just letting you know right now. It is what happened. Talking to the guy that's watched almost every Steeler game. You're the guy that doesn't watch Steelers,
Well,
and you're telling me I'm wrong. That's funny. That's a funny scenario you're trying to pitch up there. So, have you seen any of the show, the HBO AFC North? It looks really interesting. They're doing an in-season thing right now.
that's probably the worst thing for this.
Yeah, probably. So if you're just tuning in, we have 1 million followers right now looking at us. Ravens up 17-10 over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh really has played okay. I mean, they've looked really good, for 2 drives. Obviously, you have a fumble. Third drive of the game. Second, really. I don't know. Just need to keep pace with the Baltimore team that is making this elite defense. I say that with quotation marks. Look really foolish. Oh. Well, the Texans are 9-6.
Yeah.
I can get standing. I can look. So, even if the Pittsburgh Steelers do win, they would not lock up the 3rd seed, as the conference difference would only be 2 to go. Pittsburgh still could potentially get the 4 seed, which again, I'll take any home game, really. I mean, I don't want to go on the road. I don't want to see a white jersey in the first round.
Yep.
Baltimore, if they lose, would still hold the 5 seed over the Chargers and Broncos.
Oh, you mean the Steelers would still better conference record than them?
Actually, yes. No, Pittsburgh would still be with the conference record and the division record. Yes, conference. Baltimore sits at 5-4. Pittsburgh at 7-2.
So
Division games, it would be 3-2 apiece. But as far as the playoff picture, so if Baltimore loses, they would drop to 5-5, whereas Los Angeles 4. I don't know.
Be out of the picture.
I don't know what. No, they would still be in the picture.
They'd still be in the picture. 7. They would move to 7.
No, they would have the tiebreaker over Denver, head to head, which Baltimore has beaten both these. I believe. I don't know. I think. Yeah. No, they did beat the. So, but I don't know how that would work for a 3-way tie. Do they go head to head or they do conference? This conference game, it would go. Features here. 3 clubs head to head. Okay, so it would be head to head. So Baltimore would still remain in the 5. Looks like Baltimore's in the 5 no matter what happens after today. But again, Pittsburgh's remaining schedule is a huge.
Well, Pittsburgh beat Baltimore. I mean, Pittsburgh beat Denver, right?
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh beat the Chargers.
So yeah, again, Pittsburgh looking okay, but again, you don't want to be put in that situation here. Sorry, Cat. We're on a huge commercial break as it's halftime. Baltimore 17, Pittsburgh 10. And if you're a college football fan, it's been all favorites so far. Texas up 28-10 over Clemson as they start the third quarter. So if you are a huge underdog fan, like I've been pulling for, all the underdogs, not fun for you, and possibly for the future of college football. I don't know.
When does Pitt play?
Pitt's bowl game, they play later this week. Next week, Saturday. They play Toledo.
Yeah,
play. What a huge matchup that is for Pittsburgh. They'll probably lose that game.
I know they were undefeated. Well, they were not. They had one loss in volleyball. Final Four. Lost Louisville.
They lost to Louisville.
I couldn't believe it. Or was it?
Trying to move the mic.
Was it Kansas? Maybe it was Kansas. It was one of those kind of Midwestern colleges. James Pitt was ranked number. Sorry.
No, it is what it is. You know, Pitt's just not looking too hot right now.
Their soccer team was in.
I hear their soccer team was good.
I don't know how they.
Why is this game on Fox?
Oh, it is on Fox?
This game. I mean, look.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I could have been watching this at home.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be streamed.
No. No, that might be another reason why the numbers are promising, as it is a net. But again, the Netflix game, that is a opportunity. Christmas Day. Possibly get. Hopefully the fact that I've done this will help out. I don't know. I don't really know. The more I do it, the more push for it. I'll probably start it. I don't know if it's. I think it's a 12 o'clock game. So.
What, Christmas Day?
Yeah. So I'd probably have to leave y'all's 10:30. Come back here, start it probably about 45 minutes before. Talk whatever. Probably can podcast on the YouTube. Talk.
Do your predictions. Yeah, just do it all at once.
Then I imagine. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have Netflix.
Oh, is that what Christmas Day's on Netflix? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not even on a regular channel? Dang. I don't even know.
So yeah,
if we
you will
Netflix.
have to either be here or tune in on Dr. Delay. Or you can illegally stream it.
Sit in my car and listen to
Westwood.
well, I can listen to the Steeler broadcast. Craig Wolfley. Fist Tunch.
So Baltimore
All right,
here.
You want to do? You can do the.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it here. You seem to be
I
winding down a little bit here.
don't have a lot of color.
No, it's okay. Me neither. That's why I'm just kind of in my normal voice. As Baltimore sends it out of the end zone, so Pittsburgh starts it off at the 30-yard line. Again, we've seen Pittsburgh just kind of a hot and cold type of offense in the first half. You know, the first drive, 3 and out. Next drive, they went right down the field and scored. The next drive, looking like they were going to do the same thing. And did it die? So you can't hear anything?
No, I can't hear.
I'm so sorry. We do have some technical difficulties here, but I can still call the game without them. Okay, so we got a little toss here to Warren. Warren not getting nothing, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think you pressed the little button at the end. The little.
No
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 2nd and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. Looks like they're going to try to keep the tempo up here. They are in a very tight right now. Warren in the backfield. Warren said, Wilson sending a guy in motion. He rolls to his right, looking, throws incomplete, intended for Van Jefferson. Looks like it was just kind of trying to not really turn the ball over there. I don't know if he was just playing safe or not, but a little low on the throw. Show Mike Tomlin there definitely involved in the offense, as you can see, doing his guy. At the sky above, 3rd and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. In the shotgun, Warren to his left. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Marking out orders here, sending Calvin Austin in motion. Speedy receiver there. Wilson back to pass, facing heavy pressure, throws. It is
They're going to punt.
Caught.
They had the little thing about how Steelers have outscored their opponents by 71 points. People arguing with me about that, and I'm like, yeah, but on those games, it's because they were probably down by so many.
I don't know about that one. I do understand what you're saying, though. I think it's complete. It's just random. I don't hold that much weight into that.
Well, they've only won by 3 or 4 points, so it's not like they're blowing people out.
No, yeah,
they scored 71 points in the third quarter. It's because they're behind.
So it's a very good punt by Corliss Waitman. This is the type of punter I've seen from this guy in the past. I know he's been a little shaky the last few games, but looks like they're going to commercial break. 17-10, Baltimore leads over Pittsburgh. 13:45 to go in the third quarter.
50-some-yard punt.
No, I like Corliss. Corliss he's a good punter. Much better than Presley Harvin. Presley Harvin was horrible. And we had a really good punter at the beginning of the year, but then he gets hurt. He was probably our best punter I've seen. So hopefully he can come back next year. But most likely the leg. He's an older guy. I forgot his dad, Johnston. I think that's his name. I honestly don't. So Baltimore's going to get the ball. Luckily, talked about this earlier, they're not going to get the ball inside the 10. They're actually on the other side of the 10. I believe that ball landed at 12 or 13. So no 90-yard drives
right.
here coming up for Baltimore. That just means they'll get something like Dr. Pepper commercial. When's the last time you've had a Dr. Pepper?
I think I had one yesterday from the fountain drink, our company picnic, company party.
Okay.
Fountain drink, Dr. Pepper. It was just one. Mostly
just one.
ice.
Always emphasizing on the one. So if you're just tuning in, usually, you obviously don't know this guy, but I do. I've known him my entire life, and it could be in July, and we'll all just be standing around the table or whatever it is, and he'll say, "I haven't had a Dr. Pepper since March," and then September will come around, and I'll be drinking a Dr. Pepper, and he's, "I haven't had a Dr. Pepper since June." What happened?
I don't.
Did you go back in time just to go?
I don't think any of that is.
That is. I am not kidding.
I
that
might
is stuff
say
that
I
would
haven't
happen.
had a Dr. Pepper this week, but I usually have them on the weekend.
I'm just saying, in July you would say, "I haven't had one since March," and then in September, "I haven't had one since June." So what happened? Did you go back in time, drink a Dr. Pepper in
I
June?
have no recollection of
that. Is exactly what would happen. I'm just letting you know right now. That is stuff that happened. It's not on tape, but I'm sure we can get the footage one day. Whenever we are all gone, I'm sure there's some sort of way we can look at all our footage, and you would see that. You would be caught red-handed.
So either way, even if it's true, which it's not, we are sponsored by Dr. Pepper. So
we are sponsored. We're receiving nothing, but we are just giving them free publicity to pretty much ourselves. We are, again, I think we're up over 2 million viewers right now, so looking pretty good on that front here. As Baltimore comes back on the field, up 17-10, 13:45 to go in the third quarter. Pittsburgh unable to do anything on their first drive. Okay, so I apologize. So I
thought they were inside the 10.
I thought it was at the 13 or 12.
Here comes a 92-yard drive.
So they do have the ball at the 8. Not looking good for Pittsburgh as they hand it off to Henry. Cuts inside, and there's a big hole. Tackled at the 19. And that's a brand new set of downs already. I do apologize. I'm just moving my feet over here.
Not inside the 10 anymore, but yeah, that was going to be setting up a 92-yard drive.
Potentially. I just realized I am showing these standings over here. It's not what I want to show. For our viewers at home, I want to show the live stats here. As Baltimore is in the shotgun, hands it off.
That was a pretty lazy handoff. Dang.
But there is a stoppage. There is indeed a flag on the play. The false start for Baltimore. They're going to back them up 5.
Baltimore's second penalty of the game.
Ronnie Stanley, longtime tackle for the Ravens. I do remember when they took him, I was kind of nervous that he was going to be the next coming of Jonathan Odkin. Hasn't lived up to that expectation, but he is still a very good tackle, one of the best in the National Football League. First and 15 coming up for the Ravens. They are at the 14. In the shotgun, likely going in motion. Pardon me. Lamar back to pass. Checks it down to Henry, who holds on to it. Stiff arms a guy. Gets away from Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick able to make the tackle.
Wow.
But nice little catch and run there for Henry. It's going to be
4.
short, yes. But yeah, it didn't really matter if they backed them up 5. Looks like they were still going to make it second and manageable regardless.
Overran him there. Could have had him.
Landon Roberts with
Missed
a tackle.
Missed tackle,
but Fitzpatrick does make up for it on the next one here. Second and 4, ball on the 25. In the shotgun. Little RPO action. Jackson keeps it. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. Nice run. Nice decision by Jackson. Not what you want to see if you're a Steeler fan like myself and
now, since you know they're going to score on this drive, would you rather just have them get the score over with, or do you fire your defense? You had the choice.
Well, there's still a part of me that thinks they can hold them, so I guess I don't want that. But I see what you're saying. I mean, it would just kind of make it easier for both parties here. First and 10 at the 30, man in motion. Play action here to Henry. Throws. It is caught by Mark Andrews.
Missed tackle.
Who appeared to get away, but then I guess remembered the script was only meant for a 4-yard gain and falls down at the 34.
Yeah, he had a lot of room.
He did have a lot of room. I guess I don't know if the turf or the grass was too slippery. Fell down as soon as he made quarter miss. So it's going to be second and short. Second and 5 or 6. I don't know. I thought it was 6. It's 6. I don't know why the graphic says 5, but it's 6. Second and 6. At the 34.
That's about 5.5.
5.5. Really good spot then. And hands off to Henry. Henry up near the first down. I don't think he's going to be quite there. So, yeah, 3rd and inches coming up for the Ravens. Henry approaching 100 yards. 16 carries, 88 yards for Derrick Henry. He will most likely crack 100 today.
He'll do it on this play.
They did speed it up here. Hands it off to Henry. Henry,
he's
met behind the line. He actually is going to lose a yard.
So what are they going to do? Are they going to go for it on 4th and 3, 4th and 2? See what happens.
I mean, it's very dangerous to do so in your own territory, but the way Baltimore's moving the ball, it wouldn't surprise me if they did go for it. I mean, they could convert it, to be honest.
4th and 2.5.
So yeah, it would be 4th and 2. That is pretty long 4th down conversions. Looks like they are punting. So yeah, that was they try to go fast. As Tom is saying right now through my earpiece. Thank you, Tom. They try to make it easier.
The guys lined up off sides. Got to be careful.
4th and 2. They might be trying to draw them off here. Almost blocked. That's a very good punt. Fielded at the 12. Of
course, there was contact
Austin
there.
Trying to get a flag here for the contact, but it doesn't look like they are calling it in Pittsburgh's favor today. Baltimore up 17-10 with 9:52 left to go, the 3rd quarter.
One of the things if I would say critiques or criticisms that I've had with Mr. Tomlin, Coach Tomlin, is inability to change up things at halftime. He's done it a few times this year, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully that first drive was just a mistake. And see if he can come out this time, fix it. But if they don't score on this drive, I don't see them pulling it out because the Ravens are going to score.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. The calls aren't really going for Pittsburgh. I mean, they went against Pittsburgh last week against Philly. Philadelphia had all the calls. It's the same type of vibe in this one. You have a sense that Pittsburgh really needs to get something going here on this drive. I don't really know what happened on the first one. I don't know, just playing scared, what it really looked like to me. Again, stay aggressive. That is the key. We've shown that we've been able to move the ball. very inconsistent. Let's look at some of the stats here. Baltimore leading in total yards, 236 to 176. Passing yards, Pittsburgh with the slight advantage. Rushing game, Baltimore 140 yards on the ground at Pittsburgh 75. That has been the difference in this one's yards per play is about the same, both averaging about 6. And again, the turnover, Pittsburgh 1 fumble, 1 loss, whereas Baltimore has 2 fumbles, nothing. They did not lose possession on the fumbles. Each with 2 penalties. Pittsburgh actually surprisingly higher on third down efficiency. I'm assuming that's 2 for 5, 4 for 10, because I think they've had 10 third downs.
No, they have. Oh,
they
third downs.
Yeah, third downs.
Oh, third downs.
I don't think they've had.
So I don't know. I know you have a little more of the knowledge of the last 15 years of the Steelers. But
Maybe.
the Steelers used to be running team.
Yeah,
But since 2000 and probably 7 or 8, their run game has just been lackluster. They've had some good running backs, but overall, I don't know. I mean, they used to rush for over 2,000 yards a season every season.
Well, I mean, I could say that's more of a change in the way the NFL has been. I mean, they've really helped the passing game with the passing rules. As we'll get more into that a little bit later. 1st and 10 here at the 12 of Pittsburgh. Wilson under center. Play action. Looking deep. Throws way down the right side. It is caught, but was he in bounds? The ref is signaling like he was in bounds. We're going to have to get another look at this. That was a great throw and great catch if it stands. Even if it doesn't stand, it was a nice effort. 1 foot, 2, 1. Wow, what a catch. He did drag the second one down. High snap. Wilson handles it well. Najee trying to spin away, unable to do it. He kind of did, but it was he was on his way down as the second guy makes the tackle at the 40. Again, we're showing this great catch by Calvin Austin.
Incredible catch and great quick play right after to have Najee go up the middle for 5, bringing the second down to 5.
That's amazing. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if it was actually incomplete, but they used AI there to make it look good to fix games. Wouldn't surprise me. That's the thing in the future. 2nd and 6. Hopefully it never happens. Wouldn't surprise me. Under center. Wilson hands it off to Najee, trying to break it outside. Meets Marlon Humphrey.
He just cannot get, when he goes outside, he cannot get that push.
Yeah, he's just not the fastest guy. If that was Willie Parker, he's turning that up the field, and that's a first down. Again, we just haven't really had that speed back. Even Jalen Warren's not really the fastest guy. He's just a little bowling ball. But yeah, just haven't really had a speed back. Been missing that type of our run game a very long time.
Just a shame. They keep doing that to the short side too.
3rd and 6, empty set here in the gun. Now bringing Warren to his right. And we do have a whistle.
Timeout.
Please be on Baltimore. So Humphrey is down. He is the one that delivered that shot on Najee. Looks like Marlon took the one that took the bigger shot. Pointing at his eye, picking at his eye with his glove. He is their number 1 corner. He is a very good corner. So 3rd and 6 here. Again, we talked about the lack of run game. I really believe that's more of a thing of the NFL, rather not just the Pittsburgh identity. I understand run the ball, control the clock, play great defense. And you've seen them gravitate away from that. But that's just really just the NFL kind of making it more of a passing league. I personally don't like it, but that's just the league that they're in. Just the fact that the Steelers haven't been able to adapt to that successfully is really a cause for concern. 3rd and 6 coming up for Pittsburgh. 8:06 left to go in the 3rd. They're down 17 to 10.
Say they need 5 yards at least for a field goal. They'll go for it if they get 5.
Patterson going out to the left. Wilson is by himself in the gun. Mike Williams motion. Back to passes Wilson. Throws it over the middle. It is caught by Calvin Austin. 2 very good catches by that young man on this drive. He is a very feisty, short, little fast receiver. And he's taking advantage of those skill sets right now on this drive.
Where did Calvin Austin go to college?
It was a very small college. Memphis? Now, maybe it wasn't very small. It wasn't a power 4. Might have been Memphis. I'll have to look at it. Showing his stat, 3 catches, 66 yards. In the shotgun is Wilson with Najee to his right at the 24. Hands it off to Najee. Fumbling forward, running over field. Gets a nice push, nice effort up
inside
near the
20,
first
though.
down.
They're inside the 20.
They are indeed inside the 20. The Steelers' offense is kind of shut down when they get in the red zone. Not as much this year as it was
second
in years
and
past.
1 or less than 1. Are you passing or running?
I would go ahead and take a pass, and then on third down, you go ahead and go with the run. But I guess you want to run.
I want to get that first down.
I understand. That's the old school way of thinking. But again, in this passing era that we're in, you feel like you can get the 1 yard.
Or do a run-pass option. Something like that.
So my dad wants an RPO. I don't think we're going to get it here. Little toss, draw type of thing. I don't really know what that was.
There we go.
But
He's outside the 10, which means they
down.
can get a first down again at the goal line.
Depending on where they spot it. Now, this is, again, one of those situations where you don't want them to move it up, but they probably will. No,
Nope,
okay, marking it at the 11. So 1st and 10 at the 11 for Pittsburgh. They're kind of keeping a tempo here. It was kind of a soft huddle there. They are bunch formation here. Hands it off to Warren. Warren not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So he's going to lose 1.
Passing.
They tried to catch the Ravens off guard with a kind of it wasn't the fastest, but they did make a quick huddle of it. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Steelers as we are approaching 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Steelers down 17-10 to their rival Ravens. In the shotgun, Patterson to his left. Wilson back to pass. Throws to the end zone.
Caught it.
He had it, but then he lost it. Then he caught it again. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was really nice. He had it. It was on his back. He was fumbling around. The Ravens could have swatted it away, but they didn't.
Just another amazing play. We've seen Antonio Brown make those catches before. Number 84, Cordell Patterson, just channeling his inner Antonio Brown. Though I assure you, Antonio probably would have had it on the first grab. Antonio was really one of the best receivers I've seen. But Cordell Patterson with a nice catch here. Had possession. Loses it there. And then squeezes it between his legs. And then uses the Ravens' arm to kind of secure it again. It was a crazy play. Crazy. Nice little floater there. Nice catch. The kick is up. The kick is good. We have tied it up in Baltimore. 17-17. Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
Which you knew that was going to happen. You knew the game was going to come down to insanity to keep the viewers looking. I don't know.
I keep them tuned in. That
but
way they
every
don't.
Game.
That way they don't come to me.
Every game's close. Well, anyway, I was going to ask you earlier.
Yeah, what you got?
You had written that story about the high school Woodville game.
Mm-hmm. Did
you write that story listening to it, or were you at the game?
I was tasked to go to the game. So the main guy, actually right here, you remember Miss Lore, right?
Who?
Mrs. Lore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so her husband is the one that covers sports for KJAS. And he had to, I think he was doing just a family trip. So Mr. Lout was like, hey, you're not really full-time here, but can you do this for me? Go to the game. I'm like, sure. So he just told me you have to be the driver. So I drove our photographer, Mr. Ricky Moon. I actually worked for the Dallas Morning News, but he left because they were kind of getting a little crazy with the politics. But anyway, so I was at the game. I got to sit. I got there and there was no place. So
where did you have to go?
This was in. It's technically. So I got there. We're not even on the sheet, but we had our passes. We just kind of acted professional. So that got us in, and There was, again, no place for us to sit because they didn't know we were coming. So this one guy who worked for the Caney ISD was like, "All right, yeah, just you can sit where I'm going to sit. I don't really need to be here. I'm going to do my opening stuff and then I'm out." Then I get in the room and the PA announcer looks at me. He's like, "Who the heck are you?" And I'm just here to cover the game. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be back here writing. "Well, you're not supposed to be in here. Who told you can be in here?" Well, I turn around. He's actually the guy that let me in. He's just coming in. He's like, "Oh, he's just covering the game. No big deal." "Well, I don't really think you should be in here. This is kind of our area." I'm like, and then Ricky Moon, the photographer, is like, "Yeah, let's just get out." So luckily, as all I'm seeing that, I see on the other side of the glass, Jordan's kind of just looking. Jordan Wilson, SETX. And then I'm like, I know that guy. I'm just going to go see if. Yeah, he had one spot, one chair available in his booth, so just let me tag along, and I kept stats for him. That's how I was able to kind of remember everything. Really, I mean, I obviously saw the game, but it was kind of a fun experience just keeping stats. I mean, you really had no break.
I know that feeling. We used to do that.
Yeah, it was very fun. I enjoyed doing that. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but
that's pretty cool. I did not know all that.
Yeah, no, I get to share more. Maybe there's probably not much more to share. As
What the
shanks
heck?
it. Hey, calm down. Boswell shanks that out of bounds.
Jeez, they're gonna get it to 40.
They will indeed. It's only 10 extra yards, so it's just a first down. You know the Ravens were gonna get the. So it's not as, I know. It's not as big.
I was going to say that too, and I was like, no, I'm not going to jinx him. And there it wouldn't happen.
Well, you should have jinxed him because it didn't matter.
What the heck? He does that more than any kicker, though. He's good between the posts, but dude.
On a 55-yard wide field, I believe that's how long. Maybe a little bit more. But it's okay. Again, you had a feeling the Ravens are probably going to get the first down anyway here. So 1st and 10 for Baltimore. Ball at the 40. Little college formation here. I don't recognize that. Jackson looking, throws. It's completed to Mark Andrews. And just like that, they're already in Pittsburgh territory. Pushed out at the 40, around the 45.
They're already in field goal range.
Okay. Calm down. Not true. Like he caught it. Yeah, it looks like
45. That's a 62-yard, 63-yard field goal.
Get those anyway. So yeah, Jackson just completing a little drag route, maybe a little slant route. Andrews, they're gonna mark him at the 44. Pardon me. So gain of 16 for Andrews. Hands it off. No, he kept it himself. The RPO. Minka with a nice tackle. 3-yard gain by Jackson. Tom Brady is complimenting Lamar. Lamar tried to hurdle him, but he kind of just wrapped up.
Lamar came down on his legs there, pretty tough. A little gimpy there.
Maybe tomorrow. I don't know about today. He's probably gonna. Has all the adrenaline right now. 2nd and 7 at the 41. They need to get to the 34 for a brand new set of downs, but it's only 7. Regardless. In the gun, 2 receivers to the left and 1 receiver to the right. Man in motion. Lamar back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Wide open is Flowers, who was tagged by the defender's foot. So I don't know if that's even illegal. I know they.
Now they're in field.
But yeah, already approaching the 20-yard line. I believe that they're not inside the 20. Could be wrong there. They are at the Pittsburgh 27. So already moving and grooving here. On the Steelers, 1st and 10 at the 27. Man in motion, having technical issues on our end over here. Hands it off, no play action. Little screen to Henry. Henry at the 25, 20, 15, 10. Finally brought down near the 10-yard line.
TJ had a chance to get him back there behind the line of scrimmage, but slipped through his hands.
Yeah, no, nice little, I don't even know if it was really designed. He just kind of ran forward. Didn't really do too much here, just to stop and go. Watt unable to bring him down. It was going to be a tough task for him to do so.
They mark him at the 10.5-yard line.
Henry heads to the sideline. They're marking him at the 11. Same thing with Pittsburgh on the other side of the field. 1st and 10 at the 11. in the shotgun. Sends the running back to his left. Lamar with a direct snap, running up the middle. He's going to get about 5. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a little update here on his rushing stats.
Run pass option, he just takes it. Signed play. I just can't believe he kicked that out of bounds.
We're showing the replay here of Boswell's kick. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Baltimore would have just done the same thing, really. 2nd and 6 for Baltimore.
2 for 2 on their red zone offense.
They are at the 7. Lamar looking. Throws it over the middle. Caught! Touchdown!
Again.
Baltimore Ravens. Mark Andrews by himself in the middle of the end zone, just having a picnic. And the ball joins him for 6.
They got to go out there again.
There's that Pittsburgh defense. You know all about it. You hear all about it, how amazing they are, but
nobody covered him. He was wide open.
It's just something about these big games. Just they don't show up.
They didn't cover Gronk.
They just don't respect.
They don't
the tight
cover
ends.
Kelsey.
They don't respect the tight end. They don't think the tight end.
The only one that they really got on was Gates. I don't remember Gates ever beating them multiple times in a Gates for the Chargers.
Baltimore kicks in the extra point. 24-17, Baltimore leading Pittsburgh. Again, big stakes here for Pittsburgh. Lose, and it's not looking good for the division. Luckily, they'll still kind of control their own destiny if they win out, but their destiny has to go through Kansas City and a very angry Bengals team who most likely not make the playoffs this year if they lose one more game and or the Chargers, Ravens, and Broncos all win one. And it's over. So most likely those teams will. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Pittsburgh just needs to try to keep pace with this offense because their defense certainly is a very hit and miss type of defense so far today. Mr. Grassi.
I don't know. I can't hear him. I just chime in every now and then.
College update. Texas up 31-17 over Clemson at the end of the third quarter. Clemson kind of hanging around, but it's not looking too good for them. I don't know if you're a college football fan or what.
I don't really follow it. I mean, if Pitt's not in it.
Well, yeah, never be in it, so I guess you'll never.
I mean, I'll sit and watch some of the games. Like when you're at home, I'll watch it, or if Daniel's watching a game, I'll sit there and watch. Some of it's fun, but
yeah, I'm appreciating it a lot more now, especially just with first off, the atmosphere is completely different. I think the atmosphere is so much better, but also the big thing, and it's kind of a lame reason, I guess. As a kid, I always loved the Dome. I thought they were always cool. But now, I appreciate the outdoor stadiums as the NFL kind of shifts.
I never liked it.
Well, yeah, I mean, as a kid, I just thought it was really, really neat. I guess I never thought much of it. But now, I mean, the NFL is moving and pushing for all these domes. Colleges are pretty much all 99% of them have outdoor stadiums.
The thing is, I mean, it's with the dome though. Nowadays, it still could be turf because you could have an open dome, a dome that opens, a dome that
Yeah,
those are good. I would rather. I don't want the games in. I mean, I don't care so much for the football players, but the fans to sit there for 3.5, 4, 5 hours in the rain.
I mean, I don't know. I want to see rain games. I want to see muddy players, which you're not going to see that much anymore because all the grass is kept neat and all that. But also the snow games. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the snow games are neat.
Now, those snow games are really awesome. But yeah, I've just been kind of getting into it. But anyway, there's a lot of controversy with the teams that they let in at the end. As a
short kick.
Little short kick here, fielded around the 3-yard line. He's at the 20, 25, 30. Takes a big shot, but nice return there by Jalen Warren. Gets to about the 37, and here comes the Pittsburgh offense. As I was saying about the college teams, a lot of underdogs kind of made it in, and they left out 3-loss Alabama. A lot of people complaining about Alabama having to play the tougher schedule, despite not really looking that good. But these underdog teams got blown out in the opening round. And I'm kind of worried that, well, now you're just going to let those 3-loss Alabama teams in the future. I don't think that's right, personally. I don't think if you lose 3 times, especially the teams that aren't even that good, you shouldn't be in the playoff. But if you go 11-1, granted your competition wasn't great, but you still kind of earned your way. Anyway, 1st and 10 at the 38 for Pittsburgh. Wilson under center. Play action. Little toss back to Najee, who just drops it.
That was a dumb play. I mean, why even run that play? Throwing it, knowing that even best thing that Najee's going to do is just get back to the line of scrimmage. He could have just taken it and run it to the right side. He would have had 7-8 yards before he would have run himself out of bounds. Those are the kind of plays that I just think.
They're showing Joey Porter heading to the locker room, and I do agree. That was just I don't really agree with the play call there. 2nd and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. Under centers again. Back to passes Wilson. Throws. It's caught by Mike Williams, who goes forward for a first down.
That was a nice play, slant across the center.
Now, if that were the other 18, last year's number 18, Deontay Johnson, he would have caught it. Try to go the other way, east-west, probably loses the ball and fumbles. Deontay Johnson doesn't know.
They're trying to get him back again after
there's a rumor that Pittsburgh might get him, and it's pathetic. Little toss to Najee. He goes up the middle, falls forward for about 2, maybe 3. I don't know if they'll give him 3.
That was a nice run.
Didn't really have much to work with, kind of fell forward there, so it makes it look a little more respectable than it should have been. So 2-yard gain, they are ruling for Najee Harris. Switch over to the Pittsburgh stats. Not really getting much on the ground so far today. Russell Wilson doing it through the air, 17 for 23, 201 yards. No back over 40 yards for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 8 at the 46.5. They need to get to the 39. Wilson back to pass, play action. Wilson throwing, he's just throwing it deep. Yeah, it looks like he's just throwing it way out of bounds. That's going to be incomplete.
3rd and long.
Like Harbaugh's probably asking for a flag. Harbaugh does not.
I mean, he wasn't going to get sacked. There was nobody in his face. He just lost it.
3rd and 8 coming up for Pittsburgh. Need to get to the 39.
Closing seconds of the 3rd quarter.
25 seconds exactly, 3rd quarter. Wilson trying to change the play, change the protections here. In the shotgun.
Just
gets the snap off. Wilson looking, dumps it off to Warren, who fumbles! But he recovers it right back. A lucky bounce.
Wow. Again, another dumb play.
They are actually ruling that it was an incomplete pass.
That was just a dumb play. I mean, why even bother? I mean, granted, I know he didn't want to get the sack, but why are you drawing up a play where your check down is only at 2 yards?
The offense is still
They better not go for this. This would be stupid. I'm sorry. 4th and 8.
I would really hope it. I would hate if they called the time. So we have a technical issues. The ref didn't even spot the ball. I am very confused on what. So they are ruling that it was a catch and fumble due to replay assist. But, if that is a thing, you would think that would be for every play to make sure that it's a
4th and 6 instead of 4th and 8.
So, yeah, 4th and 6. I doubt they press the issue here. They're probably just going to try to draw them off sides to make it 4th and 1. But I don't think they're going to snap it or do anything here. They're not even going to try. So that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Baltimore 24,
Very possible
Pittsburgh.
They just wanted to kick the other way, which
17.
would be fine. I'm good with that. I mean, give them a chance to go ahead and jump. Happen. Yeah, 1 quarter to go. But again, you know that if this was going to happen, it always comes down to the last drive. So, heck, it could be 31-24. It could be 31-27 in minutes. Who knows what it's going to be. Or 27-26.
It'll be okay. You're not even showing your face on camera, by the way. You've slowly moved.
Moved away.
It's just you don't even want to be a part of it. Like you're so embarrassed with the team, and I assure you, it's okay. It's not the end of the world right now. We're only down 7. We're probably gonna have to punt it away, but it's not.
Probably
too bad.
we are gonna put it away.
Probably.
And it'll land inside the 5, and then the Ravens will have another 95-yard drive. Although they were stopped last time, so what happens?
Mm-hmm. If you're just tuning in again, Baltimore up 24-17. We can look over some stats for you right now. Russell Wilson, 18 for 25, 202 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Running backs technically are averaging a nice yards per carry. Najee Harris, 8 carries, 39 yards, 4.9 yards a carry. Jalen Warren, 7 carries, 28 yards. Russell Wilson, 3 carries for 27. Obviously had that long run, but resulted in a fumble. Then the receivers. Leading receiver is Calvin Austin, who I did not look up what college he went to. I want to say it was like Memphis or Rice or something like that, but it wasn't really a Power 5 school. He went to Memphis. Anywho, Jalen Warren, second in the team in receiving yards, even though he's a running back, 4 catches, 39 yards. Van Jefferson catches 27. Ben Skoranek, haven't seen him, so I guess it was more than just a bathroom break. 2 catches, 25 yards. Mike Williams, 3 catches, 24 yards.
So he's done for the day.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since. I mean, he had 2 catches, I believe, on the first drive or the second drive, the one that got going. Cordell Patterson with that nice touchdown catch that was bumbled and fumbled, but he actually held on to it for 1 catch, 12 yards, and a touchdown. Freiermuth with not really getting much of the tight ends involved here. 1 catch, 5 yards. Carter Hayward, 1 catch, 3 yards. And Michael Pruitt, 1 catch for 1 yard, but he does have a touchdown. That really nice extension to snag the end zone. They are keeping the offense on the field. So I don't know. I don't know. It looks like you're making your thoughts.
I think it's a bad move. I mean, it's a close enough game. Although, if they feel the Ravens are going to score anyway, I'd rather have them score a 55-yard drive than a 95-yard drive. But on this play here, are they going to even throw it to the 39-yard line? History tells you that they're not. They're going to throw it to the 42. We're going to
find out here. 4th and 6. Wilson in the gun, looking, throws it deep towards the end zone. It is incomplete.
Yeah, no penalty flag.
No penalty there because
that was dumb play.
Play. The defender, Kyle Hamilton, was going for the ball, so there is no pass interference. But yeah, it looks like there was no one else open if I had to guess.
Yeah, dumb play. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, he's thinking he's Plaxico Burress or something like that. Guy 5'9" is not going to be able to run up and catch that ball. Now, I'll tell you what, 88 was open.
Ball was just underthrown by Wilson, I will say that.
So now the Steeler D has to step it up and try to get the ball back.
Yeah,
I would have rather them intercepted. That would have been a great interception inside the 5.
No, that wouldn't have been because they would be.
Yeah, then they have a long drive.
Touchdown, which would be pretty much a punt. So 1st and 10 at the, I guess it was the 45 of Baltimore. Baltimore's going to have a short field here, but hopefully Pittsburgh can hold them here. Baltimore trying to shake this narrative that they can't beat Pittsburgh. It looks like they have the driver's seat today to end that narrative. In the pistol, hands it off to Derrick Henry, who's
here he goes. He's over 100.
In the 45, 40, 35,
Touchdown.
30, 25, 20, cuts inside, tackled at the 9-yard line, and Baltimore looking to go up 2 scores over Pittsburgh. Unfortunate defense.
That's garbage.
For Pittsburgh. It looks like we have young one man right there in a Hines Ward jersey leaving. I don't blame him right now.
That's garbage.
Want to get him.
That's the one thing I'm looking at this is they go to the wide side of the field. Steelers have been going to the short side of the field all day. They can't get any running going. Ravens go to the wide side, and he's getting 50 yards, 45 yards on this run. He's now got a $140 almost.
Buck 34, 17 carries for 134 yards, averaging nearly 8 yards a carry. But we do have a stoppage in play. I'm not sure what's going on. Lamar Jackson, 14 for 21, 158, 3 touchdowns. So Lamar, again, playing a pretty good game. And he did have the fumble earlier, but it was not a
Brady
turnover. Just
said that it's one of the best run defenses. Is that true? Is the Steelers one of the best run defenses in the league?
No, they're.
I don't know.
Play action, Jackson looking. He just threw a pick to Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at the 15, 20.
He stepped out of bounds.
He probably did. He's at the 25, 30. Goes low, and he took a shot at the end. Helmet came off. Just when you think Baltimore's going to go ahead and go up by 2 scores, Lamar throws just a pick, and he's done this.
Throw.
That was probably one of the worst throws all season. I mean, who was he? I don't know if he thought Bateman was going to. Bateman settled. That might have been what threw him off there. Bateman kind of stopped on his route. Minka right there. That's his first interception since last year.
I don't know.
No, I understand what you're saying. I get it. Don't even say it. Don't even
check
say
the script.
Don't even. Yeah, you said it anyway. But Pittsburgh is going to get the ball at the 35.
Like, wait a minute. They were supposed to make that first down.
Well, maybe. Hopefully, that means the script is on our side.
No,
so far, it has.
It's just close until the end.
Close till the end. Yeah, I get it. Gotta keep the spread and all that close. Yeah, I get it. I know how it works. But we're not supposed to mention it on this screen. So anyway, ignoring the script, what a series of events. Pittsburgh. Lamar again had a really good game up until that throw. It was just a very, very bad throw. The receiver Bateman kind of settled, and I guess he expected him to go. Again, we're ignoring the script here. Minka taking it the other way for about 20, 25 yards, setting up Pittsburgh at the 35. So it's pretty much just like a kickoff. It's just a kickoff return to the 35. How's your little buddy doing over there?
Well, trying to put the bear on the shoulder so maybe they can get some good offense.
Anything will help. As Pittsburgh, well, they did get a touchdown third quarter. So, they have scored.
Yeah, but they haven't outscored their opponents. It was 17-10 at halftime, right? So it's 7-7.
Yeah, I don't know what the box score.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Pittsburgh has not led at any point in this game. I'm going to look at some other scores.
All right, so you are the Steelers' offensive coordinator. You just intercepted the ball. What's your first play? With who you got, what's your first play?
I'm running the ball with Jalen Ward. Let's kind of see what we do there. And hopefully second and 4 seconds. But again, if you are a college football fan tuning in, Clemson has made it a one-score game. They are down 24-31 as the fourth quarter, 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
He had a guy open in the flat. Lamar did. He didn't throw him the ball.
And a guy wide open
in
the end zone.
Flowers was wide open in the end zone.
Look, I mean, hey, these guys, and they might have sold their soul for money. I don't know. But right now, all I'm worried about is Pittsburgh trying to march down the field. They are at the 33. So Wilson under center. Galvin Austin to the left, one receiver to the right. They have.
If I had a tall receiver, I'd throw the deep bomb on the first play.
Hands it off to Najee, not Jalen Warren, but that's perfectly fine. Looks like he's gonna get about 2, maybe 3.
Give him 2.5. That seems to be the fun yardage today. Half that extra half.
So that is Lamar's first interception since actually Pittsburgh in the last time they played in Week 11. 113 pass attempts. Since that doesn't seem like a lot.
Lamar, he's the quarterback that ran for over 1,000 yards. The one, right? Didn't he have 1,000 yards rushing one?
He might have. I thought that was Justin Fields, I think, and Michael Vick. I'll have to look that up. 2nd and 7 here. Wilson, play action. Moving to his right, throws. He throws an interception.
Pick 6.
Marlon Humphrey is going to walk it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
You knew as soon as he caught that ball, I could see shades of Roethlisberger throwing that one right there. Pick 6. Game over. Game over. Although the Steelers are going to come back and score, but that's pretty much it. That's game over. I'm taking the bear off the shoulder because the bear didn't do anything. Look at that.
Little
he just
play
threw
action.
He was reading it all the way.
Yeah, threw it behind. Michael threw it.
Now that should have been taunting, right?
You would think it would be taunting. And then
I mean, I don't think the whole taunting. I think the whole thing is stupid. You do something stupid, you ought to be made fun of. But of the stuff I've seen, that was taunting. That should have been.
Yeah.
That should have been a flag of some sort.
Tucker knocks in the extra point. Baltimore 31, Pittsburgh 17.
It's always skeptical when they trade picks like that, so close to each other, or fumbles.
Yeah, it was a very uncharacteristic mistake from Russell. Like a play on Madden. Really.
You know, it's funny is people were saying that the Ravens haven't scored, or the Steelers were the only team, and I again predicted the Ravens would score more than 30 points today. There it is.
Yeah.
So right now it's 31-17. I predicted 33-19. I don't think the Steelers are going to get a safety. Now I don't think the Ravens are going to get a safety. But
I remember at the beginning of the year, I got into many disagreements with Steeler Nation on Twitter, of course. That's where you fight like civilized men. But I was saying, like, you know, it happens every year. Pittsburgh, whenever you need their defense to rise up, which again, like, that wasn't on the defense, obviously. But it always seems like when you play in the biggest games of the year, you always find the other team scoring more than 30 points, like 35. And they might put up over 40 in this one. But always, every single year, they need their defense to show up, whether it's against Patrick Mahomes or whether it's against Josh Allen. Like last year, they allowed 31 in the playoff game. They just always seem to just they never show up. They just don't do it. And this was a game, even despite the history and the game prior in Pittsburgh. I'm like, Pittsburgh's going to win that game. I just know it. But just how they looked against Philadelphia, what was at stake today? I just felt that Pittsburgh was going to lose this game. And look what's happening. They're down 2 scores now. Luckily they still have 13 minutes to go. But if you remember in the Philadelphia game, Philadelphia got the ball with 9:30 to go and never gave the ball back. So Pittsburgh's clearly capable of letting the other team stay on the field for over 9 minutes. So even if they score, how much time is left? Well, Baltimore could eat the clock.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But at one point it was 17-17, but Baltimore has put up 14 unanswered to make it 31-17. Again, that's their number one corner who I mentioned earlier. He is a very good player, Marlon Humphrey, as Pittsburgh will try to get the ball with just over 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm mad too. In one of my pigskin picks, I picked the Steelers for the points, but I picked the Ravens to win. But I picked the Steelers to cover because I just figured, okay, it's going to be close. And they were getting when I picked it, they were getting 5, but I think that it's finally was 6.5. So.
Wow. And Tucker boots it out of the end zone, so Pittsburgh will get the ball at the 30-yard line. Wilson comes on the field to hopefully erase that interception, drive them down, make it a 1-score game, as they are down 31-17.
Yeah, 31-17, 13:06 on the clock.
Went up 2 scores now, 38-24 over Clemson. If you're a Clemson fan, that is just not looking good for you guys. Not looking good for Pittsburgh fans here, down 17-31 here, man in motion. Wilson under center, hands it off to Warren. This is what I wanted them to do last drive. Look at that, and he gets the first down. Nice run there of about 10.5, 11 yards.
Good run right up the middle. Warren gets 10. Way to get things rolling.
They're already at the 40. Hurry up offense here. They are in the shotgun. Snap. Wilson throws, fires to Freiermuth, and he's met immediately at the 44. Not much there, maybe 4 yards.
It would have been nice if it was just a couple more yards beyond that, gain of 6 or 7 instead of a gain of 3 and 4. So we're coming up with second down at 6.
Like they gave him an extra yard there. So, yeah, 2nd and 6 at the 45. Hands it off to Warren. Warren trying to stay up, just unable to do so. Maybe he got a yard.
Yard and a half. Maybe it's going to be 3rd and 3.5. So this is 4-down territory, though, of course, because they need scores. And heck, they went for it last time at midfield. They're going to do it again.
The 3rd and 4 ball at the 47. They need to get to the Baltimore 49 to continue this drive. Wilson back to pass in the shotgun, moving, now stepping back, throws it. It is caught by Warren. He moves
got it.
forward.
He got the first down. They better give it to him. He was definitely across that little mark.
They are going to give it to him again. If that was Deontay Johnson, that is not a first down. Warren just moves it up the field, north and south. Is better than east and west. View the situation. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Wilson looking.
He's going to sack.
Looks like he's going to get
he tried
sacked.
to move forward.
Yeah, he was trying to move the ball forward as he was getting sacked. So it's not as devastating of a loss, but it is still going to back him up a few yards as this clock continues to run. We're approaching 11 minutes in the 4th quarter, down 17-31.
Yeah, it's a shame. They're doing really good getting to Russell, but TJ and his buddies are not being able to get to Lamar.
Yeah.
Bringing up 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. Clock is running down.
What the heck?
There might have been a false start.
Jeez, they just can't. I mean, they have 40 seconds. 40 seconds to get things situated after a pass. 30 seconds after a run or a sack or something like that. How in the world are they doing this?
Jones looking around, but he has no one to blame but himself. So I don't know. I have to look at the I don't know.
I don't know what they saw.
So 2nd and 19 coming up for Pittsburgh. They're now all the way back at the 44 or 43.
Get more than a 3-yard pass here.
Wilson in the gun. Back to pass. Checks it down to Freiermuth.
They got a
who's met
6-yard
immediately. Tackled at the 50. Freiermuth not really getting much yards per catch today. So I think he's maybe averaging 5 yards a catch. But 3rd. So it's going to be 3rd and about 11 coming up for the Steelers. As again, the clock just continues to run 10-16 and counting in this one. Pittsburgh needs a win to lock up the division. A loss really puts them at a disadvantage as far as the games yet to play for both of these teams. 3rd and 11 in the shotgun is Wilson. Quick pass, quick screen to Calvin Austin.
Nothing
He's not
doing.
gonna get free. So I think he might have lost half a yard.
3rd and 10, and they're throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Classic Steeler stuff. I just don't understand why they're doing it. That's what they do. They're in a rush. They're gonna punt it.
And the commentator's making note that they went for it on 4th and 6 earlier. The game was tied. Or no, was it 17-24? Not too sure. Ball. But they are punting away now, living in your fears as always. Pittsburgh.
38-yard line. Got 9 minutes.
So this is kind of what happened last week. Down 27-17, you punted away with 9 minutes to go, and you never saw the ball again. If you were the Steelers last week, so just little cause for concern. Again, Baltimore's not as physical as Philadelphia. The only physical guy really is their running back, Derrick Henry.
That's the thing. They're going to just keep running the ball with him or the other guy, and they're just going to run out the clock.
So, yeah, that is where the advantage is.
The Steeler defense has been like Swiss cheese today, giving up 8 yards a carry.
Derrick Henry, 17 rushes, 133 yards, 7.8 yards a carry as they get the ball at the 8-yard line. 9:19 to go.
Steelers need a miscue. They need something to happen.
Jackson hands it off to Henry. He is met at the line of scrimmage by Patrick
Queen. Is he hurt?
It's just kind of awkward getting up, but he looks fine to me. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Ravens.
9:04. I'm counting down.
Need some of the Tomlin voodoo magic to come in. It's really tried earlier in the game. Jackson fumble and then the punt return fumble, but they were unable to hop on it. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Ravens. 8:48 and counting. Hands it off
Henry
to
again.
Henry
He's off to the races.
well.
Gets about 4. Going to bring up 3rd and 6, right up the middle again. They're just saying, hey, Steelers, we know that you know what we're doing, but we're going to keep running it anyway, and you can't stop us.
Showing a graphic here of
King Henry
here, and most likely on his way to the Hall of Fame. That's a pretty good list to be a part of, especially in today's age where there's not many running backs that.
I didn't see Franco Harris on that list. Oh, he doesn't have 100 TDs.
And didn't have 100 touchdowns. 3rd and 5 at the 13. Jackson in the shotgun. Jackson back to pass. Jackson throwing down the right side. He's got a receiver. It's caught by Flowers. Trying to get away, and he's still on his feet.
Biscuit! I cannot believe
Tackled at the 38.
50 yards. That's garbage. That is complete garbage. Now Lamar's got over 200 yards passing. They got 150 yards rushing. Beanie Bishop
trying to bring him down.
And he slipped through his... How in the world did he get out? He had him around the legs. Dang. That's just insane. Now they can just run it. They don't got to do anything.
Hands it off to Henry. Henry bumbling forward for about 5 or 6 yards. And you have a sense that this one's over, and you have a sense that the season,
so again,
which was looking very promising.
They're going to kick it at field goal most likely. It's going to be 34-17. That'll wind up being the end. So those of you that were yelling at me for the 33-16 score or 33-19 score.
Well, you can go ahead and have at it soon.
Nah. It's just a shame.
I would not hesitate.
Steelers are going to wind up finishing 10-7.
I thought you were crazy at one point, but now it's looking like it's possible. 2nd and 5 at the 33. Jackson hands off to Henry. Plows forward near the first down. He's going to be short.
This is the thing that bugs me. People are like, well, we didn't have Charlie. We didn't have Pickens. We didn't have... If your team revolves around one player, then you're not a good team. I'm sorry. If your team revolves around either one player, whether it's the quarterback, a running back, a defensive player, one person, and that screws your season up because that person's gone, you don't have a good team.
Well, if it's the quarterback, I would disagree. Especially in today's world.
I mean, he's maybe a very important, but, I mean, just...
And they do the bush push, or the tush push, whoever you call it, and it's going to be close to the first down. The ref
either way, they got
tiptoeing the line. They would try again, I'd imagine. And it is a brand new set of downs for the Ravens as the clock continues to run. 5:42 and counting. If you are just joining us, I am very sorry. And you're a member of Steeler Nation. It's not looking good. Playoff hopes. Again, they are fine as far as playoff. They are secure. You will see them an extra week. But will they wear white or will they wear black on their opening day?
Well, now that they lose today, which they're going to now, is now their destiny's not in their hands.
And he's up the middle to the 13-yard line for another brand new set of downs.
Well, I guess if they win out, they still win the division, right? But they have to now win out. Because they'll have the conference record. So if they win out, they'll still win the division. But, I mean, if you can't beat the Ravens, you're not going to be able to beat the Chiefs. And I really don't see you. Who else are they playing?
The Bengals.
The Bengals. And then there's one more, right?
That's it. They would be 10-7.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's right, because they're 10-5 after today.
So
if they finish 12-5,
they marked him short at the 15. So pardon me, not at the 12. As Henry gets the carry and he gains about 1.5 yards.
This is typical of, and again, not just Tomlin teams, but Pittsburgh teams. I mean, just they lose and then they lose and then they lose. They run into the string of losing, and very possible they'll start next year off 2-6 and then finish 9-8. That's just
what
typical
they do.
Tomlin ball.
They do.
Good enough
2nd
just
and
to
8
make it.
At the 14, hands it off to the. Not sure who that is. Rasheen Ali.
Okay, if I'm Tomlin, I'm taking a timeout here just because third down. You got to give yourself a chance. By not taking a timeout, you're just like, okay, well the game's over, which it basically is. But again, we play to win the game, and basically by not taking a timeout, you're saying, okay, well I guess we're done.
Third and 7 for the Ravens. They are at the 12. They need to get to the 5.
There it is, offsides. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2.
And the Ravens have been
taunting. Look at that, taunting.
I mean,
taunting
the Ravens
again.
have been taunting all game.
Again.
Just that's crazy. But I guess, when you're up, you get to do what you want.
I wonder what Tomlin's explaining is going to be. I mean, again, I made the comment to you earlier about him, ripping the Ravens, before the game in the press conference. I guess it was on Thursday or Friday. They're going to do this, and Jackson's going to be lying on his back or doing this. Or I just don't know why you would say something like that. It just doesn't make any sense. Now you got to eat your words. Now you got to explain. Hey, what happened to your team? You can't even score 20 points anymore.
3rd and 2, hands it off to Henry. Henry up near the first down,
He
probably did get the first down.
Well, even
The
if
ref
they don't,
is
they're
coming
gonna
in
go
very
for it.
short. Ref is marking him down about a half yard away from the first down marker. Have a stoppage of play.
So I'm going to assume that if Pittsburgh took the timeout after 3rd down when I told him to, or after, was that, a 2nd down when I told him to, they would have been able to come over there and say, hey, look, watch out. They're going to do a hard count. Watch out. Don't. Blah, 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 blah. Nope, they didn't. There they go. So who do you got with the Eagles and the Redskins?
I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagles to win that one, and I think they need one of these playoff pictures to look interesting. So I'm going to have maybe one of the teams in the hunt win, or a few of the teams in the hunt win, to make it a little fascinating on the final day of the season. 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, Eagles, I think, could easily win the number 1 seed.
Kind of bummed off. I thought the Cardinals were going to roll with it.
Well,
they
were my surprise playoff pick at the beginning of the year, but they just have lost too many games that they should have won, and they are a hit and miss team right now. 7-7.
Looks like the Steelers did take a timeout here. They
took it on 4th and 1.
Should have taken it on 3rd and 7.
So 4th and 1.
It's not 1. Oh, they're going to kick the field goal. Well, that field goal pretty much ices it.
Yeah, I mean, that is the wise decision. If they make it, it's pretty much over.
I noticed that there's pie on the clock there.
Pie is on the clock. 3:14 to go in the 4th. But pie is not in our favor right now. Tucker. It's going to be a short chip shot field goal. 23 yards.
Now maybe the Steelers can block it and return it back for a touchdown. Although the Steelers are probably going to wind up getting off sides, and they'll.
It's up. It is good. Right down the middle. But again, a 23-yard field goal. You should make those. It's good. Baltimore 34, Pittsburgh 17, and what is a disaster of a day for Pittsburgh. As my fears were pretty much confirmed entering this game. I saw against the Philadelphia game that this is not looking good, and it's pretty much been more of the same today. And Pittsburgh could find themselves on the road in round 1, and it's kind of scary.
Do you think now that the Russell Wilson experiment was a good idea? Should they have stuck with Fields? Should they have gone back and used them a little more judiciously? Should they have flipped them back and forth each week?
Well, definitely not that part. I was not a fan of Fields. Even the 4-2 start, he was not the reason we were winning. When Russell came in, the offense took it to a new level.
Okay, then what happened? We've had now 4 weeks in a row where
I couldn't tell.
Except for the Browns game. The Browns game, they did score a lot of points, but it was still tight early on, and I think it just got crazy at the end. We're adding on the points.
I don't know. I don't.
Or was it the Bengals? The Bengals
the
game
Bengals
was where they scored a lot of points. Yeah.
Scored 44. Browns game we scored. Second one was 7. I still felt like we were fine. It's just at the end of the day, we have a coach that doesn't prepare us for the big game. Like, I don't know. Name me the last big win Pittsburgh had that wasn't a division game. This kick goes out of the end zone for a touchback. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't really tell you. I mean, when was the last one? I mean, I've been watching. We can beat the Ravens every year, right? Well, today we couldn't. When we really needed.
Well, I mean,
this was the one game where it actually mattered.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice beating Oakland in Oakland. It was nice beating Denver in Denver.
Yeah, those are places we normally don't win.
Were both of those in?
They were away. Yeah,
they were
Las
away.
Vegas, so it's not Oakland anymore. So we have we're 2-0 in Las Vegas. I think the Oakland thing. As Russell Wilson takes the field here, 1st and 10, hands off to Warren, who's going to get about 5 yards. You have a sense with just kind of that play that they're just trying to get the heck out of here with no injuries as they prepare for Christmas Day. They got a game in only 5 days or 4 days. It's crazy to think about. It's Saturday and they play Wednesday. Hands off again to Warren. He will get the first down as Pittsburgh will drop to 10-5. Baltimore 10-5. Pittsburgh will still technically, when you look at the playoff picture tomorrow when they show it, Pittsburgh will still be at that 3 spot, but it is a ugly 3 to be in as they have to play Kansas City on a short rest.
You got to root for the Texans. Hopefully the Texans can be the Ravens' kryptonite on Christmas.
Yeah, ironically you would, despite the Texans who would possibly get the 3. I don't know. I don't really know how that would work.
I mean, it would be interesting if both the Texans and Steelers lose, and that means both of those teams lost 3 games in a period of 11 days.
Yeah.
Because the Texans lost last week, didn't they?
I don't recall. As Jalen gets the ball, spins around again, but unable to break free from the pack of Ravens or the flock of Ravens.
Or did no, I think the Texans did win last week.
I don't recall them.
Yeah. But either had to both those teams lose.
So it is going to be the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore. Pittsburgh down 34-17.
Doesn't even look like they're trying to score, though. I mean, you're down by 17 points. If you're not going to try to score, why do you even have your players in there? Why? I mean, just put subs in and say, hey, try to do something. So, yeah, I'm kind of mad. I know I predicted that the Steelers would lose, but it still ticks me off when they do.
I know. I mean, when I'm right, and I can't wait to let everyone know about Tomlin, but I'm still going to hate it on. I'm telling you, if we lose out and do not win a playoff game,
and he doesn't get fired, there's a problem with the Steelers organization.
Well, I think the son, Art Rooney Jr. the second, he's horrible owner. He's
what's the Khan thing? They were saying stuff about Khan.
Nick Khan.
Omar Khan, I think he's saying. Is something about the wide receiver. He didn't do a good job with the wide receiver. I don't know. I did a little meme thing with Captain Kirk yelling Khan.
I don't remember.
One of the websites. I don't know who that was. But
I don't know. I am very upset with Art Rooney. Just letting Tomlin kind of take control.
Tomlin's the thing. I would rather have a losing season and then build from there rather than have this pedantic 9 and 10 win season every year and having a team that just is not good. Yeah. Or not great. I guess they're good. They're just good enough. But it's like, but again, every game, no matter they win or lose, any Steeler fan is biting their nails in the fourth quarter. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Just waiting for the bottom to fall out. I mean, even the Browns game, you were waiting for the bottom to fall out. You're like, okay, they're going to wind up losing. The Bengals game, something's going to happen. 2 minutes left. You're in the lead by 2 scores. You just, what's going to happen? Something bad's going to happen. You know, back in the 90s, and I'm not saying it's Cowher, because Cowher had some bad seasons too, but you knew the Steelers were going to win. You just knew they were going to come out and they were going to win. It didn't matter. If they were down. It was like, unless they were playing the Patriots. But even though you still felt like, okay, this is going to be the week. We're going to beat them. But now, every week, you got a chance to lose. You lose to a 2-win team. You lose to a 3-win team.
Yeah.
You lose to a no-win team. I mean, they lost to no-win teams already.
No, I agree. You're spot on with everything right there. I mean, that's just how the Steelers have been past 8-9 years essentially. I mean, probably even 15 ever since the Super Bowl. I mean, I grew up with the Steelers usually winning almost every week. I mean, yeah, there were the years that went 8-8 with Cowers last year, and then there were some 9-7, 8-8 with Tomlin early on, but it was still a team that I felt confident every week. We were like, this is a team that's going to win, even when they weren't all that great. And it partly has something to do with the quarterback, as Russell Wilson scrolls to his left.
What the? Can't they come up with a play to gain some yards?
As Russell Wilson throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th and 13 coming up as Russell Wilson heads to the sideline, most likely to punt it away. Tom Brady trying to give false optimism for any Steelers fans
false
listening.
praise on the Steelers.
Maybe pick. As Corliss fumbles.
Nope, they don't get it. They had 3 people there and they couldn't get the fumble.
So,
typical Steeler ball here
Turner
today.
did fumble the ball, but
3 fumbles. The Steelers were there and they still can't get it.
Unable to recover. Tomlin magic is not enough. I do apologize if you had to silence your phones for a second. My dad might have gotten a little carried away as the mic was in the red, but it's okay. Not the end of the world.
That's just crazy, though. 3 fumbles, people were there, and they couldn't get one of them. The Steelers fumble once, the Steelers still had people there, and they lose it. And then their interception gets turned by another interception, pick 6.
That was pretty much the end of the game, right? Russell threw the pick 6. As the Ravens, most likely in victory formation, I doubt. I mean, I'd really just kind of want to get this game over with.
Yeah, I hope Tomlin doesn't call any timeouts here.
And, yep, they're not going to call any timeouts. So the Ravens
223 rushing yards.
just took it to the Steelers. So don't.
If you add the rushing yards together, it's 340. 340 divided by 10 is 34. Half of 34 is 17. Unbelievable.
I don't care about the numbers, but anyway. So yeah, Pittsburgh will fall to 10-5. Now they will still technically be in the 3rd seed with the way the conference play has looked so far. So with Pittsburgh's schedule and the Ravens' schedule, you'd much rather switch schedules.
Yeah.
So Ravens take another knee.
Root for Buffalo to lose tomorrow, and then Kansas City will already have clinched. So. Or is that true, or is that not true? No, it's not.
No.
Because Buffalo beat Kansas City.
Buffalo did.
And 2-4. Wait, what is Buffalo right now? They're 2, right? 2 losses?
They are I think they have 3. Might be, where am I at? My stats. No.
If they have 3 losses and lose tomorrow, then Kansas City can clinch it with a loss.
Oh, yeah, you are correct.
So if they lose.
If the Bills lose, then Kansas City.
So who does Buffalo play?
Buffalo plays mighty New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Who sit at 3-11.
Without Belichick.
So that is the end of this one. Baltimore 34, Pittsburgh 17. And, yep, that's an embarrassing.
Well, I don't know if I'm the one that jinxed it, because maybe it was me coming over here. I don't know, but hey, they're talking about the game was scripted. I know. Hey, got you this time. Yeah,
well, it definitely wasn't you, I assure you. They literally, they lost last week. They lost embarrassing last week. I'm sorry that you had to come over. We're 0-1 together. I'm 0-2 technically, so maybe I need to not do this anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
We knew they were going to lose these games. So.
Yeah, I know. We hadn't beaten Philadelphia and Philly in your lifetime, so I know that's a long time. Then, of course, Baltimore today. You just had a feeling Baltimore was going. I didn't mean to call you. Happened naturally. Then, of course, you just had a feeling Baltimore was just going to win. Gonna shut them up. Pittsburgh's looking weak. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any final thoughts on our broadcast on the Steelers season?
No, just I'm sad and I don't know when I'll be able to come over and spend the whole time with you again.
No, that's fine.
Next week,
is your
Christmas Day, I won't be able to, and then Week after that, I'll be gone. I'll be leaving back for work, so I won't be here that first week of January.
Sunday, yeah, I don't know.
January 5th,
I don't know if the
I
Steelers
guess
have
it
a
is.
12 o'clock game or not. I do work till 12:30 on Sundays, so I mean, so I wouldn't be able to. It would feel awkward. to
No,
hop
it's just
in.
I'll have to leave because
No, I mean, I'm just saying for me, I might not be able to do it
Oh.
if it's a 12 o'clock
Oh.
game on Sunday. I can't do
right.
it at all, so it have to be a 3:30 game. In
odds
order for
are
me to
it
have a
won't
chance.
be. Not against the Bengals.
Not against. Yeah, well, it depends on how the playoffs. Usually, they try to split up the like AFC or NFC playoff implications at 12, and then the opposite comes 30. That's what they've been doing the last few years. But anyway, that'll do it. Baltimore 34, Pittsburgh 17. It is final. We will catch you guys next time. We do apologize for the loss. We can't do anything about it. Just